Well, here we go, man. We're live. All right, everybody. I got my man Senor Frost on here. Good friend of mine, Sean. Good guy, up in the BX, um, and he's a good guy. And so I can say that all night long. But there's more to say. So how do I that's the nickname I gave you, Senor Frost. And
You did.
I don't know. Do you want me to say anything else on here? What do you want me to say?
I'm just a guy from the Bronx.
All right.
By way of Harlem. Cool guy. I'm a pop culture type guy. I have my own YouTube channel and I host pop culture, everything that goes on in the world of entertainment, pop culture, and things of that nature. I'm a very opinionated person, so I have an opinion about everything. Um, and I'm just a cool guy, and I'm Tommy's friend.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
yep, there it is. And so, speaking of opinionated, I'm
Mhm.
going to dive right in.
Sure.
I just looked at the show from the day. I was like, oh my gosh, really, Wendy's got to scurry back because I was a little bit like,
Yeah, yeah.
man,
She definitely has
to bust out of her doors. I mean, at least take the W's down. Let them come out of a something else.
right,
But a nondescript.
right.
But dang, you get me out. At least the cow was like, please don't let the couch be the chair or anything. Just be normal. Change the set. So what is what it is.
It's her home. It's her home, and you can't change mother's home. You
Yeah.
know, it's not the same with her not being there, but are they doing a good job? It's not mother.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hold it down. Just keep the momentum going.
Yeah, keep the momentum going.
That's what we want to do. And today it seemed it seemed very, very different. Very different. I don't know if there was a plan or play in place, but it just seemed a little different. I didn't do the whole show. I just did a little snippet.
Well, when you called me earlier, I was actually watching the show.
Okay.
And I was brought back to, I think it was like 1994, 1995, when radio just went completely dead.
Mm-hmm.
When she departed from Hot 97, and it just felt like that all over again. I had that emotion in me, like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody in media has ever said this before, but she is an institution to pop culture.
Wow. Yeah.
Pop culture is not interesting without Wendy involved, without her input, without her knowledge, without her saying, her Wendy-isms involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely ready for her to make it on back. I think with her absence, and it's not until you welcome in other people that try to carry the baton or whatever have you, that you realize the value of a person. So
right, exactly.
So not just when they're gone, but when the next thing comes in, and you're like, man, it's not quite like it was.
Right, exactly. For sure.
That's kind of that's what hit me. I have watched it on the internet, but I could only imagine if I watched it at the scheduled time and got ready, sat down with my snack and was sitting there waiting,
Right.
But, yeah, I can dig it. And I did. How crazy was that? I reached out to you just at that time, right?
Just in that time, in that moment, I can't lie. I was like sitting there watering up, like, oh my God, my Wendy. And then boom, you call, and I'm like, this must be a sign. Like this is scary. This must be a sign. Like
yeah. Dig it. Yeah.
But I wish her nothing but the best.
Sure.
She's gonna be back. She's gonna be back stronger and harder. She's a Cancer like me, and us Cancers.
That's right.
Yeah, us Cancers, we are resilient. We are strong. we plot and we plan our next move and how strong we're gonna come back just as harder and better than the last time. And she's doing that. She's doing that. She's plotting, she's planning, and she's saying, I'm gonna come back just as bigger and better. And when she comes out, she's gonna come out like boom, and you're gonna be like, oh, Wendy.
Yep. You'll be forced to react. And I agree with you. And you know something is that Wendy's not she's not a babbler about what she's gonna do. She's a doer.
She's a doer.
She's a doer. You know, so that's why you know, a lot of times I'm like, I'll tell you how she's doing, just give you an idea health wise, but truly it's already written. You know, she'll be back and strong and right there and everything like that. Louise, this is my buddy Senor Frost. He's from
Louise,
and he's visiting our channel this evening. Very much into pop culture, very much into the know. He's had podcasts and all kinds of stuff prior to me even having one. As a matter of fact, he was one of my go-tos as well in terms of how to set things up and move things forward. I've been telling him that I want him to come on the show. He stays pretty busy. And now he's finally got some time to sit down.
I'm here.
And this is great. So,
how you doing, Louise?
Yeah. Good stuff. So
go ahead.
So I also have some others coming in on the channel. I had a friend of mine, Crystal, from Jersey. She was actually one of Wendy's first interns.
Really?
On radio. And so I dug her up, and I wanted her to come on and talk about, you know. Hey, Nate, you want to come on? Nita's doing some cooking in the background there.
I wish I was there because she's always cooking something good. Every time I turn on my Facebook or my Instagram, I see her posting something so good, and I'd be like, dang, I wish I was out there.
Yeah, and tonight's fettuccine Alfredo night.
So oh my God. And I know it looks good. I know it tastes good.
Oh my gosh. It's going to be really, really tasty. And I curbed my appetite a little bit by eating some, what did I have?
Don't forget the homemade Alfredo sauce.
And homemade Alfredo sauce.
You see what I'm saying? She cooks very good, hearty meals.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's why I told my dad. When I talked to him, that's what really gets me is that, you know, I can't, you know, my dad, he chose to live, you know, stay there and, you know, do whatever. So he's taking care of himself. Everybody stops past and stuff. But, you know, when I'm vacationing or I'm eating like now, I'm like, you know, geez, man, you know, and there he is. But, you know, what are you eating, Dad? What's going on? But that's why I always want to swing past and drop something off, even if it's just a matter of holding my arm out of the window and him just taking it and pushing on. Right. I definitely, because my mother used to throw down in the kitchen, you know, and from that to TV dinners, I don't want to see him do that route. You know, that's crazy. You know, there's no reason for that. You know, I mean, he loves chicken noodle soup, but jeez, you know, he'll eat it morning, noon, and night if you let him. You know? Wow. And to skip breakfast and just say, you know, did you eat anything? Nah, you know, I had a pear today. I'm like, a pear, you know.
You trying to watch the figure.
Oh man, that too. I have to remember there's a vain side of him that always wants to keep things together and keep it right. And I guess that's where I go to try to keep things together in a sense. But yeah, Barb, you got that right.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Apple Crescent. How are you? How are you? You know, I want to make a quick reach out. I've got Danny coming in. Danny, sax man Dan. He plays the saxophone. He's very talented. I like that piece of artwork behind you too, Senor Frost.
Thank you. Yeah, that was, I got that off of actually Wayfair.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I got that off of Wayfair. Yeah, and I hung it up myself.
Yeah, yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
It looks like is it textured too? Is it different pieces?
It's actually, it's metal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all metal.
Yeah. It's like heated and treated. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. I like it.
It's a nice little piece.
You know,
It's
if you
heavy
get,
too.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
get, hey, hey, what's up? You didn't get it? Nah, nah. I thought I sent it earlier. Let me get in here and send one to you. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I did maybe about 3 waves of some links, and I thought I got you on it. I could have sworn, you know. But here it comes. Let me see. I mean, you know, it doesn't matter to me. I sent it to you just now on the back way. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll put one in the link too, in the front. Okay. All right. So we got a comment in the chat, and let me tell you what it says.
Okay.
It says, "Ooh, darling, Wake Fair is the shit." Let me see. Wake Fair has beautiful things for the home. Yes.
Yeah, it does. Like my whole
Wayfair.
apartment is decked out in just Wayfair stuff. Like I love Wayfair. I mean, you know, you have to read the reviews before you actually purchase stuff off of Wayfair. But I would say 98% of the stuff that's sold on Wayfair is made in good quality, and it's really good. And in customer service, P.S. This is not a promotion for Wayfair. Wayfair is not giving us a check. Let me just make that clear.
You see how he knows his stuff, right?
This is not an advertisement for Wayfair.
There you go.
Now, if Wayfair wants to give us a check, you make sure you holler at Tommy's people and we can set something up, okay? But Wayfair stuff is really, really good, and their customer service is superb. Like, I mean, it's great. So I love Wayfair.
Very good, man. Yeah, Louise said she was looking on their website the other night. I'm gonna have to check out their stuff. I don't know. I'm not hip.
I'm telling you, once you go on Wayfair and you look at their stuff, you're gonna be hooked. You're gonna become this interior decorator. You're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna get Nita like upset. Like, Tommy, put that damn computer down. Because I mean, you're gonna be like, oh, I like this and I like that, because they just have everything that you could possibly think of for the home.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So here we have out of Hempstead.
Okay.
Hey,
Sparkle.
what's
Hey,
going
how
on?
you doing, Sparkle?
Sparkle out of Hempstead. We have Senor Frost on here.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm all right, yourself.
All right.
And so Sparkle comes on. Sparkle's actually is our informant on the club scene out there in Hempstead. Gets out there and you know, hits up the different clubs and stuff and lets us know what's going on. Our fashionista as well. And you know, a good friend of the channel, as you see. Fashion bug.
I see you rocking the canary yellow. All right.
Yeah. Fashion bug bit her twice.
Always.
What's that on your neck? I can't see. What's that on your neck?
The teeth of the fashion bug.
Nice. All right. Okay. Dipping it and doing it.
Honey.
Killing it.
All right.
Now go ahead, Sparkle.
You better work. Okay.
What are you doing?
And this is, and we pan out with the big screen and she'll twirl and do it all.
Nice.
Sparkle is the one right here. I'll tell you.
Okay, Sparkle.
All right.
So what's going on with you, Mr. Frost?
Yeah. I'm great.
Okay, you look like I can't think of what he is. Oh my God, he's something in Hempstead. Mr. Waylon Hobbs. He's like a preacher, minister, or something, but he's like the town hall, whatever you call it, supervisor, clerk, something like that. Yeah, Mr. Waylon Hobbs.
Okay.
Hey, who's that?
Hey, Ravensworth, how are you? Oh no, I'm sorry. Ravenoa?
Yes, oh, that's Raven. Hey, girl.
Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Raven over.
It's Raven over.
Raven
Yes,
over. Raven over.
Yes.
Okay, how you doing? Where you in from, Raven? Raven over. Where you located?
Sorry, I'm on the phone acting up. Let me start to say something.
Oh, you're in New York? Oh, okay. So everybody's in New York. We got the Bronx up top, and I don't know if you've seen Sparkle or know Sparkle. The Sparkle's out in
Yes,
Hempstead.
hey, Raven, that's my sister. Hey, girl.
Hey Rivers, how are you, Sparkle?
Oh,
I'm
okay.
I
Hey,
just
all right. Good stuff.
Cool.
It's Raven, where you at? Are you in New York? Me too, girl. New York is
Did you send me this link?
Yes. No,
So
Tommy.
Raven over, where you from? What part of New York you from?
Raven over.
Yes.
What part? What borough are you in?
I just say New York.
Oh, all right, cool.
I
So you're on here.
Okay.
Welcome to the chat. So come on, we're talkers up here.
I totally understand it. You don't want the killer to come down and hunt you down. I get it.
I have stalkers.
You have. I get
okay.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
That's why I just say Long Island, but it's all good because, honey, I got something hot waiting for a stalker. Run up on me if you want to.
Okay.
But I'm good. We all positive here, though. But I love you, Raven. You are glowing. Gold must be the
I love
theme
you too,
tonight.
Sparkle.
The golden girl. Now, what a
Well,
real
Sparkle,
sister
go
here.
ahead and conduct some things and talk about stuff. Raven over, I know how it is, I guess. You're on for the first time. You don't know where we're going with everything. I guess, Sparkle, you saw the link? Did you see the link and catch it right here? Or Sparkle, did you send Raven over the link?
No,
Thank
you
you,
sent
Louise.
Raven over the link. But, she's one of my sisters, and I don't know where we want to go with this conversation because it's a lot going on.
I'm getting a lot of feedback. Like I'm getting everybody
All right.
at the same time.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Does anybody have earphones? Or
Yes,
maybe somebody has to turn off one of their speakers.
devices, yeah, because I heard some feedback too, but I don't really have
Right.
one. I only have one.
do you have any other devices on, Raven over?
No, I'm saying I hear all y'all talking at the same time.
Hold up.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me get my headphones.
No.
Okay. Well, let's see what's going on now.
There we go.
Okay, cool. I guess it was me. Okay. So, well, here we are. Louise says she's very quiet, but she is here, and everybody starts off slowly sometimes. So, Raven over, what do you think about this whole pandemic and everything? How are things looking out your way? Are things back to normal, or are things still kind of closed? What do you think about open? Pandemic and everything? How are things looking out your way? Now I hear my words being chased down. So does everybody have their device? Let me see what's going on. Now I hear my words being chased down. Wait a second. So testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
I'm here.
Okay. And I'm not hearing the words anymore.
You're not hearing the words anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not hearing the words being echoed. Yes, I am.
How about?
What could it be? Does anybody have earphones? Well, you have yours. Okay, Sparkle. Hey, Sparkle. Those are the ones you ordered, right? Cool. All right. Well, you have yours. Okay, Sparkle. Hey, Sparkle. Those are the ones you ordered, right? Let's see what happens. Now, Frost is a professional. Frost has a collar mic buried beneath his button. All right. Let's see what's happening. You can't hear me now? You can't hear me now? Oh, okay. There goes Frost. Testing one,
Testing
two,
one,
three.
two, three.
Testing.
Testing.
Yeah, I'm hearing
Yeah,
it.
I'm hearing it.
Testing, testing. Yeah, it was
Yeah, it was
sparkles.
sparkles. Wait.
Testing one, two, three. Testing.
Yeah, I'm hearing it.
Testing.
Testing. Yeah, it's sparkles. Wait.
Yeah. Testing. You know what?
Testing.
Ravenova,
Yes.
do you have headphones, earbuds?
That earplugs, but I
Yeah,
let me see if I
earbuds or yeah.
Testing.
You know what?
how about now?
Sounds great.
Is it better?
Yeah, sounds great. Yep.
Hello, can you hear me, Tommy?
Wow, what a voice.
All
Ravenova.
right.
I can hear
Raven,
you.
darling. Yeah, am I too loud? Because I want to make sure let me adjust my settings. Hold on.
Yeah, I think we're all set. Frost is going to get his
You hear me
buzzer.
now?
Yeah, sound great.
All right, okay.
Everybody sounds great.
Yeah, turn my volume down. So what's going on, sister? You know they be throwing a lot of shade at us. I don't know what's going on, but what's up with you? What you been up to, mamas? Looking fabulous.
Just trying to survive. Just trying to
Okay.
survive. It's a lot going on.
Yes,
So
that's all we can do.
so so
I can hear you.
so I thought this is the thing. I thought we supposed to be talking about transgender advocates and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We can start there, I guess. I mean, well,
Cool.
this
Hit
is
it,
my
Sparkle.
trans sister. Yeah, this is my trans sister, and she's fully trans. I'm like beginning to transition and stuff. So, but she's a full trans, and she's very respected in the community. And we talk about it. Well, I watch her from Bigo, another app, and she's always, giving life as usual, like I do. But the community, I guess, the main thing is that the community. How do you feel about it or its representation? Like, as I know, I saw today on Bigo a lot of it was the guy. It was a couple of hosts and people that were giving commentary on the trans women versus cisgender or heterosexual, natural
Yeah,
born women. However you want to.
help me out with the delineation between the difference between everything. If you don't
Yeah,
mind.
that's basically what it
I'd like to
is.
get educated on it.
Okay, Raven. I guess you can, since you've been in there a little longer, you can.
Ravenova, what's the difference between all that's out? Like transgender and what did you say else? What else?
And biological women. I'm sure you know what that means.
Yeah.
Over. Raven, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Raven's a camper. Raven camps out and just like, all right.
Yeah, she just watches.
Come on. Come on, Raven. You can do that in the chat. We got you up here. You're looking
Exactly.
great.
We all
No, it's
family
not.
up here.
Just say your
Positive
stuff.
vibes.
It's not that. It's just that I'm hearing a lot of feedback, and I keep hearing people
You
talk.
still hear it?
Yeah, I hear a lot of people
Wow.
talking.
How do we sound in the chat? Louise, Barb, Apple Crescent, how we looking? How we sounding out there?
Yeah, this is the thing. I hear Sparkle. I hear somebody else. Everybody's talking in my ear, so it's like I don't talk because it's like I'm hearing a lot of people talking. I mean,
Okay, maybe
it
that's the
sounds
problem.
the same. It sounds the same. Okay.
All right,
It's fine, but
listen.
I hear when everybody's talking at the same time, it's kind of like hard for me to speak, and I just let everybody talk until they get what they got to say out.
Okay, so Tommy, you ask, and then I'm.
No, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm done talking because I want Ravenova to go ahead and respond to what's the difference between all the differences out So I'm just trying to educate, because once I learn something, then I can ask my questions. But I'm just trying to get some information so I don't sound ridiculous.
Yeah, I gotta forgive my hair because this is not my hair. Oof.
You can't talk. We're letting Reverend Over talk.
Okay.
Okay, you want to know what's the difference between biological and two spirit women?
Everything. Sparkle said about Sparkle. What are the different? What are the names so I could say so I can know, please?
There's trans women, which is us, well, Raven, and I guess myself. There's cisgender women. That's what we refer to them as, but they like to be called biological. I guess some of them have issues with them.
And that's cisgender.
Cisgender, yes, like cisgendered men, cisgendered women,
Okay.
and that other likes. And I believe that's all as far as I know, but I don't know if Raven knows anymore.
Now, Raven, go.
What she's saying is that cis means that they were born, they match up with their sign as far as their anatomy. When it comes to two spirit women, which I don't identify as a trans woman, but every girl identifies differently. I don't identify as a transgender woman because trans just mean I'm a man and a woman. But everybody sees everything differently. And the way I move is that I believe that we're spiritual beings. And I believe the government put a stamp on it. And basically, when they sit out there, you're outing yourself, meaning discrimination, stopping your growth in house, and so many different things. It's kind of like I'm going to out you, have you out yourself to start discrimination within yourself. So when you tell people this, they stop in these shadows and go, oh, whoa, wait a minute. And what you're doing is you're stopping your money, you're stopping your growth. Now, when it comes down to biological women, they call it cisgender women. That means she aligned up and with her gender as far as her birth, so she feels exactly lined the way she feels. When it's a man, he's lined up with cisgender means that he's lined up exactly the way that he feels within his birth. Now, when it comes down to two spirit women, they're two spirits inside of one body, obviously, and that's the reason why they have a struggle sometimes with their gender because what they're looking at and what they feel inside is two different ways. And when it comes down to these things, as far as the government giving you a stamp, that transgender means I'm a man and a woman. Because once you say transgender, all they hear is you a man. They don't hear nothing else. When you are a trans man, would you say that it's still confusing because they're thinking, oh, you must be transitioned to become a woman because you're a man, but he's actually was born biological female, but he transitioned into a man. That means he's lining up his brain with his body.
Okay. Wow.
Now, when it comes down to a lot of things, when it comes to the girls, which I don't know if you ever visit my channel, there are a lot of girls that have been murdered. And basically, what I do is my channel is dedicated to the girls being murdered and trying to get the guys captured and let more awareness of what's going on with the girls being murdered. Now, when a lot of times people feel as though the girls are tricking the men, they don't let the men know. And a lot of times people don't realize that the DL life is bigger than the LGBTQ.
That's what Sparkle was talking about in the chat. I remember we were talking to Maurice and we were having that conversation.
Mhm.
Also, what's even more sad that's lined up with is that um, it's not set in stone. Like there are a lot of biological.
Yeah, that was Danny who splashed in, and this is Senor Frost. We could still hear you, and it's interesting. Please continue.
It's a delay. The thing is that when it comes to the girls being murdered, now we know that, and nobody's perfect, nothing is set in stone. But when it comes down to the girls being murdered,
Hallelujah.
Can you guys mute your mic so she can finish talking? I don't know if that's Danny or Senior Frost or.
I'll mute mine, no problem.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Raven.
okay. So a lot of times when it comes to girls being murdered, everybody believes that everybody believes that the girls are tricking the men. A lot of times the men are sexually fantasized and sexually attracted to the girls. You can't you can't stop you attracted to. The problem is that people shame people for whom they're attracted to and try to make them feel bad of whom they're attracted to. So if he goes out and he share who's attracted to, he gets bullied, he gets shamed, he get made fun of, pushed, a whole discrimination that he has to experience that he never experienced before, which make a man hide. Because one thing you have to realize when it comes to this world, people are going to do what they want to do. They're not going to do what you say do. They're going to do what they want to do. Now, when it comes down to a lot of girls being murdered, it could go all across the board. We're dealing with real people with real feelings, with different backgrounds and stories. Now, the thing is, when it comes down to the girls, most time, not all, a man will hit her up. He'll tell her, "I want to be with you. I'm different than other guys. I like girls like you." And most time, not all, but it's always a trick. Then once she believed that maybe she could finally have a man and she's about to move on with her life, she does what he says do, because it's an old saying, what one woman won't, another woman will. So he tell her that she could trust him. And then once she trusts him and she started doing things sexually with him, he's all of a sudden having a problem with his activity with this girl. But remind you, he told her that he wanted to be with her because he had no problem with her. So he pursued her, got her guard down, tried to make her fall in love with him, and it's all a trick. Then it's the ride home. Once he goes home, he's thinking of everything he did. Now he having problem with what he just did. Now he's looking at every biological female, every woman walking down the street. He's saying to himself, is that one? Is that one? But his mind is going all the way to 10. Then he goes around his friends. His friends will make comments and jokes. Now, remind you, he can't share with his friends that he been with a girl like that because he knows what's going to happen. He knows the ridicule. So he keeps it inside. Now he goes home. He can't realize what he's done. Now he's starting to question his sexuality. Why did I do this? Why did I do that? And what happens is triggers. He started having triggers. Then she calls him up to see if he's okay. Because in her mind, she's thinking she's about to have a relationship with a full-blown man in a relationship because he's in his truth, because they had no problem, but he's sending her the voicemail. Now she can't understand what's going on. So then she hit him up again, and they'll think, oh, he'll play his role. Then he'll basically, let her know it's okay. He'll try to find a cisgender woman that has sex with her because he's trying to redeem himself to find out if he's gay, because he's having struggle with his sexuality. So now he goes to biological female. He has sex with her, and then he said, "Oh, I'm not gay." Now, remind you, he told the girl he see her as a woman and as a woman, but when he leaves her, his mind, once he see her body naked, he's not keeping that same energy that he did. Now he's with the biological female, but he can't get the two-spirit woman out of his brain. Then he hits her back up again, but he's no longer hitting up in the open. He's knocking like little on the door, running, and a whole bunch of different ways he's acting, which is different. Then he has sex with her again, and she's like trying to console him to try to find out, I'm gonna work with you. What's going on with you? Why do you feel this way? So then now she has sympathy, empathy, because she understands what he's going through, because she's been through that too. She lets him back in and stuff like that. He started doing more experimental things with her. Now he's starting to find out, he's starting to like it now. Now he's liking it. He's doing everything from A to Z. And now he feels this way. He's like, whoa. So now he's going home again. Now he's starting to feel funny about himself because now he likes it. Now he can't understand why he likes it. Now all of a sudden, she's the enemy. Because if she didn't look that way, he wouldn't have did it. If she didn't do this to him, now all of a sudden, in his mind, he's been molested. So now he's like, oh, I've been molested because I feel like you shouldn't have did that to me. Why did you do this to me? Now, remind you, he told her they had no problem with her. But now all of a sudden, he's the victim and she's the perpetrator. Now he hits her up. He wants to go see her. Now, this time it's going to be different. He's telling her to look really beautiful and really pretty. She gets up there. She's setting herself up really nice. Everything is set up. He's coming to kill her. Then he kill her. And then after he kill her, He leaves out the house. And then all of a sudden the cops go through the cell phone surveillance and they go and find him. Guess what the first thing he says? He says to the police, she tricked me. I didn't know what she was. She lied to me. Now you can't ask her because she's already dead. And this society will say, oh, that's what they get. They be tricking these men. They be tricking these men, which is not true. I'm not saying it's 100% true because nothing's 100%. But my thing is this: when it comes down to the DL life, the DL life is bigger than LGBTQ. And for some reason, people thinking that people in the LGBTQ, whatever, is having sex with each other. No, the down low people are having sex with the LGBT. The reason why y'all don't know it is because they're going to create a facade. They have to say things in front of y'all because they don't want y'all to know. Oh, I can't stand them. I make fun of them. Or they get away from me. He has to throw you off their scent. But in the meantime, he's in the bed with them. And unfortunately, a lot of men can't stand up in their truth as well as females. Because the females are DL too. There are a lot of biological females that are DL messing around with the girls and the trans men, and a lot of them messing around. It's not just the men that all, but we don't speak on the women because there are a lot of women who have struggles with their sexuality and they have no one to really talk about it with. But a lot of times they can't deal with it because they got families with the Christian background, the Bible Belt people, that you have to live a certain lifestyle.
So
But
I'm sorry. I'm understanding the man's perspective, and I'm visualizing it. I'm following the story, and it sounds real, and I'm sure it is. Um, how would a woman? What would a scenario like that look like? The same thing, the tricking from a woman's perspective. How would that look? I'm just trying to identify with that.
Okay, I think she got a delay.
a woman being DL,
Yes.
it's the same thing. The thing about it, we're just in different bodies, but we go through a lot of the same experiences. When it comes down to cisgender women and stuff like that, they get ridiculed too. A woman get ridiculed just as bad as the men get ridiculed. They are going to hide. They're going to hide. Now, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying every man. I'm not saying every woman, because some women will do it, but a lot of women don't come out because they have to worry about what people are going to say. We live in a world where people look for other people's approval in order to live, and where that starts from is from mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy said, you got to look nice before you go outside because people going to be talking about me if you don't look a certain type of way. You got to wear this outfit. You got to look like this, or they'll be talking about me. So we as children grow up, we believe that we have to look for other people's approval in order to live our life. And unfortunately, there is nothing set in stone as far as being real people, as far as being a bird. When you're an eagle, you stand out and it means you're different than everybody else, which means you'll be ridiculed, judged, put down, and a whole lot of other things.
Gotcha. Something.
It's a lot, but I don't know, Raven, you're gonna talk about some of the trans, well, not the trans, well, I guess the conversation was that the trans versus the cisgender women, and well, from my perspective, I don't really get, you know, shade that much from the cisgender well, women. I get it from the men, and I only get it from the men, like I said, when I'm clocked, which is very rare. But it's like weird, So I don't know.
Well, this is the thing. Okay, this is the thing. Well, this is the thing. This is the thing. You said cisgender versus two-spirit women. Okay. Unfortunately, a lot of times mentally, the girls feel as though they should not be attacked by females. Okay, they feel as though biological women, the comparison. This is the thing. When you are stepping into womanhood, there is no discrimination. Women go against women,
Mhm.
period. And a lot of times we feel as though, oh, they messing on me because no, they just go against women. It's been women gonna go after women. It's not about an LGBTQ people.
Mhm.
When a woman feels a certain way, she gonna go after you. It's not about being a two-spirit woman. Um, there are
Or
women
she
that's
gonna
gonna have your
find
back.
something.
Go ahead.
Or I'm gonna interrupt, but she gonna find something. That's natural. That's like men. It's like basically like you got two lions. Then we got to see which one is more dominant. They're fighting over one female. It's the same thing with women. They may find one hunt, and it's like, okay, well, who's going to kill it? Which pride is going to be the dominant one? If y'all understand what I mean. But it's just like I always hear. Oh, well, basically, what the gist was, the conversation was, basically, oh, these trans shouldn't be tricking these men, which most of it that's played out. First of all, that's tired, late, and delayed. That's in the 80s, and it wasn't even that really happening back then. People knew what was up. And allegedly Eddie Murphy's case, but it's just I'm glad that Raven is on here, and I think she got the last call. I
Sparkle, what
think
does
she got,
clock mean?
clock means when they can tell your teeth. Clock is like if somebody were to see my Adam's apple, if I lift my neck up and they were like, oh well, they're not sure. Most of the men are like, oh, let me, I don't know if that's a woman. I don't know if that's a man, but let me look and see if they have an Adam's apple, or let me look and see if they have work done, or because usually they'll say that there's a scar right here, but some of them that had the surgery, they'll say there's a scar there, or a little incision, or they got to catch the voice. They got to keep asking you, were you born a
Or you
woman?
can always do the Penelope pit stop and put
But this the thing.
a
Let me
scarf
tell
around.
you. Let me tell you something about clock. Clock is something. Clock is something. Let me tell you something about clock. Clock is something from the LGBTQ. There are a lot of biological women out here that don't look like real women. This is something that they did. This is from the gay people did in the ballroom, and they created this whole thing. A gay man will tell a girl that she don't look like a girl. She live a life as a woman. Everybody thinks she's a woman, but in the gay scene, they'll say she's not passable. She don't look like a woman. There are a lot of biological women out here that don't look like full-blown females. But this is something they did, the gay community, because what they do is try to tear down the girls the same way the women do.
Facts.
They tear us down. So they don't have our back. So, now I'm saying this, I'm not saying all of them, but they don't have our back. A lot of gay men has actually contributed to the girls being murdered. A lot of gay men has actually shot the girls' self-esteem down. And I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them. Because there was a gay man who outed
Yes, two lemonades.
there was a girl on Dark and Lovely Box, Tracy Africa, and a gay man outed her. And she was the first transgender act model, and she was outed by a gay man.
Mm,
And this is what they do.
that's horrible. And it's like I'm not sure if you're familiar with T.S. Madison, but I'm pretty sure everybody has. She always says, because they y'all they get into it. But she was like, it's sad because as much as you would think that where we progress from like the stone wall and this, that, and the third, they always try to say, oh, you can't compare slavery to, our struggle. But it's so sad because it's like within the community, it's like, oh, a gay man has to try to clock a straight trans woman, or a cisgender woman has to try to clock a trans, or let a guy know that may not know, oh, that's a man. They were born a man. Like, it's just crazy. But that's why I try to stay in my own lane because I don't deal with that.
Yeah, but the thing about that is, if in order somebody call you out your name or call you a man, you're the one who made confirmation. Whether if you admit to it, then you saying it's true. If you don't admit to it, they don't know. They just call you out to see what you're going to say. It depends on how you handle that delivery. People call you out your name because people going to call you out your name regardlessly. You don't have to be gay, whatever. We live in a world where people going to talk about you. It don't matter whether you're LGBTQ, straight, gay, bi. They don't care. They're going to talk about you. You could be the greatest person in the world, the nicest person in the world. They will find everything about you to shoot it down. They won't focus on how great you are. They be so busy focused on trying to find everything that's not great about you.
I'm sorry, my mic was cut off. What I was saying is that that practice is something that's a whole within the community altogether. It's not just gay men, trying to out trans women. Trans women out gay men just as well. That's just something that's in the community, that happens in the community, and it's not right. Me personally, I don't understand the out culture. I don't understand what is the point in outing anyone. I don't understand what is the point in outing trans women. I don't understand what is the point in outing down low men. I don't understand what's the point in outing gay men. What are you gaining by outing someone else? I mean, you're not really gaining anything. All you're doing is you're helping that person be more comfortable in their own skin. That's all you're doing. You're doing the job that they have been longing for, waiting to do on their own. That's all you're doing.
I see your point, Senior Frost. But Danny, what do you think about it? What's your take on it?
I heard a little bit. Can you hear me?
Hmm.
Can you could hear me? Yes. The
I can
little
hear you.
okay. I just picked up one part. I heard a lot, but one part that I picked up on was that there's barely any tricking going on. Like when a transgender person doesn't tell the other person that person is transgender. So I think y'all ought to sue Jerry Springer because I watch that show a lot, and there's like a lot of tricking on his show. That's all I got to say about it. Thank you so much.
I mean, not for nothing. Not all, but majority of trans women do trick some of these men out here. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. A lot of trans women do trick a lot of these men out here, and they don't tell them until they're intimate, and that man finds out, and then that's when the 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 anger comes out, or the you know the frustration, embarrassment, whatever that man is going through. That's when that happens. If you
Okay.
tell that man, straight up right at the gate, this is who I am. This is who I am. This is how I was born, and allow him to decide if he wants to deal with you or not. It wouldn't be a problem. It wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't be a problem. It wouldn't be an issue. It's like with the trans woman who outed Bobby V. What was the point of you outing Bobby V? Because you didn't get your coins. So now you wanna put him on blast. What was the point?
Well, to that defense, I don't believe, like Raven said, I don't believe trans women should be losing their lives behind it. I mean, it's the way you handle things. Like I was
Right.
watching Maurice's channel, and he was saying about how sometimes family you could deal with them or not deal with them, and you can agree to disagree. Everything that has to end in violence. If that's if you feel you were tricked, I mean, there had to be some point where you knew there was I was also watching this girl, Love Dorsey, and she was breaking down everything. I believe she's a biological woman. She was telling about, the categories of men that like baby fathers, or if you are a side person, if you have side people, she was breaking down all the signs. Like, you know what you are. A man may go between his baby mother and another woman, just to see how far he can get or what he can get from both of them, but he's not going to stop messing with them. Matter of fact, he might not even care. He'll be messing with another woman and just letting them fight it out. But she was very real with what she was saying. But I definitely don't believe trans women deserve to be murdered. No, nor do I believe gay men or none of the LGBT community deserve murder. Because this has been happening like one year, I think 2020 or 2020, 2019, it was crazy. Or 2018, it was crazy. Like every week, I think almost it was a sister getting murdered. And then they had the thing in New Orleans where the straight guys were hunting trans women down. I mean, pulling out, the golden tool and hunting them down,
Right.
and they were working. I mean, you don't want nobody to come into your place of work and just start, hunting you down because of your sexual orientation or your gender.
Correct.
They trying to live their lives. And a lot of these people, like Raven said, they say that they're tricked. A lot of y'all are not tricked. I mean, come on. When Eddie Murphy had on those tight red jeans in that comedy show, and he was saying a lot of those risque, suggesting things about, what he want a man to do to him or whatever, and I have confirmation that he is, that way, but that's his issue, as well as
But
another high
but but
profile
that's
rapist.
but that's his business. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
No,
That's his business. Who are we to out anybody? That's his business. If he chooses not to come out the closet and he chooses to deal with whoever he chooses to deal with behind closed doors, that's
that's his
his
business.
business.
Correct.
That
Correct.
that's
I
his
understand that,
prerogative.
but it doesn't. Like I see your point. Like I said, I see your point, and that should go all across the board.
I want to
With
add something.
everybody.
Right,
I'd like to
Okay,
add
go ahead,
something.
man.
Special shout out to Hope Love. There's a
Yeah.
bad group. There's bad apples in each group. We got bad
Mhm.
females. We got bad males. We got bad females who are trying to attack people, trans people, this people, that people, all kinds of people. Females against everybody. Bad
right,
men who attack LGBT, men who are killers, serial killers, and there's females that are serial killers, and there are people in the LGBT who are bad and want to eat each other up. You can't even trust them. So what I'm just
right,
saying is, instead of saying, "Oh, I feel so bashed by this particular group," just don't trust anybody. And the moral of the story is everybody should be nice to everybody. Nobody should be killing people. Nobody should be talking bad, trying to get
right,
other people in trouble, exposing people and causing drama. That's all I'm trying
right,
to say. If everyone had that type of decency, nobody would have to worry about anything in any community.
right.
Just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I definitely
Right.
agree with that.
Exactly. I mean, I am a gay man, and I can tell you this: in 42 years, I've never had any issues with anybody. I've never been outed. I've never been I've never been judged. I've never been bashed or nothing. Why? Is because I respect myself. I respect others, and I mind my damn business. Point blank.
Mhm.
Period. And that's how it should be across the board.
That's true.
I hear you on that. That's a good point.
That's how it
Very
should be
strong
across the
point.
board.
So,
People.
Raven, what do you
Too,
think?
too many people fearing each other. Also, people
Hmm.
Right.
fearing the other
Exactly.
people that are different than them, and then it causes more bad apples can act
More
upon that in
chaos.
in a
Right.
negative
Everybody.
way.
Yes.
Exactly. I agree 100%. I mean, if you encounter somebody who is presumed to be heterosexual and that person chooses not to eh, um e- expose or disclose what they do behind closed doors, then leave them alone. Keep it moving.
Okay. Now I
Why
understand that
keep on
point, but
pushing?
I understand that point, but it seems a little hypocritical when you say that that people shouldn't disclose or out people, but then you also say, but trans women, it was a woman, it was a cisgender woman that was on the live, and she said, you need to expose tell that you're trans from the door. Everybody's not comfortable. And like the girl Alizé came up as a trans woman and she said, you can't do that. She said you can't always, some people are not comfortable on the first date. That's not the first thing that the person is looking at. And if they find out, it's like
That's I don't mean to cut you off, but that is completely different because you are somebody who is born male, and your outer appearance is female. So if you meet a man and he's thinking you female, I feel it's your right to let that person know, that male know, that you was born male, and allow them the right and the opportunity to decide
to
if
make
they
the
want to
decision.
continue dealing
Exactly.
with you. Don't
I
rob
understand.
them. Don't rob them of the choice of
Mhm.
deciding if they want to deal with someone who was born male, and but
Mhm.
but the outer appearance is female. So
Yeah, but the
Exactly.
thing,
it's a
okay, no
big difference.
disrespect, but my thing
It's a
is
big
this: is
difference
that
between a gay man who looks like me, that's on the down low, who deals with other men. Then
but that's your opinion. You don't.
Mhm.
You live your life as a gay man. You don't live your life as a two-spirit woman. So you speaking from outside the window.
yeah, you're right, and I have a right to my
Yeah, we
opinion.
all have our
Yeah,
rights,
but
our
just
You
opinions.
know what
because
I'm
you have
saying?
the sex with one, don't make you a part of it.
And I mean, it's just common sense. It's just common sense.
But see, you
If
don't.
Now
if
you,
That's your
if,
opinion. You
if
don't get to live the life. You get the outside to talk in. You don't live the. You speaking from outside the box. You don't.
and that's fine. You're absolutely
No,
right.
no, 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 no,
But
no, no,
but I
no,
have the
no.
right. I
What
have the
you
right
have
to
to
formulate
do
my. I
is
have a right
maintain
to
your
formulate my
position
own.
that until you
I
put a
have a
wig
right to
on,
formulate my
until you
own
get some
opinion,
heels on,
sweetie.
and
I have a
put an
right to
outfit on,
formulate my
then
own
you tell the
opinion.
story that you want to decide.
okay.
Don't tell the story
Wow.
when you sitting over there.
Exactly.
Don't tell the story. You speaking from outside the window. Just because you having sex with one, don't mean that you know that what we go through. Maintain
Listen,
your
Yeah.
position and
Can't
stand
I
firm
have
nobody
on
just
that.
start
trans
walking
friends. I
nobody's
have trans
shoes.
friends, and they tell me what goes on.
You have a right to your
They
opinion, but
tell
when you
you, yeah,
You're
speak
but
it
that's
from
absolutely
from a
right. I
your
have a
second
right
husband,
to my
perspective. That's
opinion,
not
no,
and you
from
have
a
a
that's
right
not
to
true.
your
first-hand
opinion
perspective.
That's
Which I
just
not
as
true.
understand what
well.
you're
My
saying.
thing is this
Yeah.
is that you don't know we go through just because you sit back and go,
Hmm.
oh well, y'all need to do this, y'all need you took a lot of things we could possibly try to do. It's not true. That's on the outside looking
Exactly,
in.
because a lot of us,
I don't
when we
care
do
what your
tell our
friends tell
story,
you, but I'm telling you that every girl is
yeah,
different.
exactly. Because
You don't
I'm
know
not
a
gonna, I don't
situation.
care what
You on the
nobody say. I'm
outside
not
looking
gonna
in. A
disclose
lot of
anything.
girls are murdered.
And,
A lot of girls are murdered
until
after
because
they
they
get
don't
killed. A lot of girls have been killed.
exactly. They shouldn't be shouldn't they should the straight person when they do find out, oh, it might be a man or
They kill you
they
on the spot. They kill
exactly.
you
They
on the
don't give you
spot.
the choice of
They kill
life
you on the
or
spot.
death.
So, like I
Exactly. So it
said, you
should
on the
be or
outside
even all
looking
the
in.
way around
Please
the board.
maintain where you supposed to be at. You overstepping. You
Oh,
overstepping.
okay, Raven.
No, I'm not overstepping. I'm not. I have a right to my opinion,
Yes,
and
Yeah, I
because
mean,
you
everybody has a
outside,
right
you
to their opinion,
outside
but
looking
if you don't
around
walk in their shoes,
it's just
you
you
got a
can't,
logic.
wig
It's just
on and some
logic.
heels. Then let's hear you tell the story. Other than that, everything you saying is just hearsay. No.
yeah,
Mm-mm.
like it's fine. I agree with
Mm-mm.
that, Raven.
No.
The second, I
No.
agree
Well,
that
then
everybody
put a
has an
heels
opinion.
on, put a dress on, and then tell us the story in a month. If you can't do that, then don't tell us what happened. So you could come back and tell. So you come back with your mouth busted and you got bleed coming on your face, and you say, "Well, I told him everything from the beginning, and he beat me up, he shot me, he stabbed me." So we'll hear your story then. Because once you walk in the shoes, you have a storyline. But on the outside looking in or jumping in the bed, woman, don't mean you have a storyline. You just going
Yeah,
no,
because like
no,
you
no.
saying, that's why it seems a little hypocritical. You're like,
I've
oh,
done many
trans
stories.
women.
Girl told me that they got killed. I've been done
Mm-hmm.
tons of. I got a whole YouTube channel full of dead bodies that told their
Okay.
story.
Yeah,
You
you
saying, "Oh,
actually
you
have
ought to
to.
And I'm
tell"?
sorry,
Child, please
and I'm sorry
maintain
that those
your
those young
position
ladies
now.
are no
Just
longer
because you have a
here.
sex with one,
But
don't
the
mean that you
facts is the
understand what they're going
facts.
through.
The facts is the facts.
And the
It's just
facts are the
it's
facts.
that.
Nobody deserves to lose their life, and it's everybody's
Exactly.
discretion. If
And
you
you're right. You're
choose to
absolutely
deal with
right.
it, if you choose to deal with it or not, you're not God, and nobody's God. They have no right to decide whether to take somebody's life or not, because then they have to deal with the consequences. Because I've messed
All
with
right.
many celebrities, and a
Okay.
lot of them I'm not going to out. But and I'm currently still messing with them, and I'm not going to out them. But my position is a little special one, so you know, and if that's the case, forgive me for saying Tommy, but Wendy started that, but everybody tuned into her. Ratings went through the roof. She was a part of it as a cisgender woman. Nobody's saying nothing about that.
Please, for my cooking stuff. Thank you very much. Very, very much.
Wow, everybody got quiet. But I agree with both sides. It's your discretion. But I still say that nobody has a right to take anybody's life because you didn't give it, so you have no right
Right.
to take
Exactly.
it. Period.
Exactly what it's doing.
But you
Exactly.
all, yeah, but
All I'm saying is just be transparent. That's it. I'm not saying you have to go around. You have to go around and promote. Your
But like I
preference.
said, you don't understand it. You
You don't
really
have to go
understand
around and
it.
promote your preference,
The thing
but
about it, you don't
if you
understand it. You're on the outside
if you
looking in.
engage
Until that
in
part you really
communication with
explain
somebody and you
everything you
know
saying is another
and,
language. Because you don't
that's
get
and you
it.
gone.
already
I
know
get
your
it.
You
intentions,
don't get it.
then
That's fine. You're
then you
entitled to
have to let that person. You should let that person know.
That's your opinion, Senor. That's your opinion. Everybody is
when you
different.
decide
Like
to buy you a wig
some
and a
people don't
dress
want
and some heels, and you walk this for like a month, and then you
exactly.
come back and watch you beat up and stomped in the ground, and you be like, "Well, I told them, and they did this to
Because it
me."
happens
We'll
at
see
the
what you
balls,
say.
which is why I don't go
We'll
to the
hear your
balls.
story then.
Bottom
We'll
line,
hear your story until you walk in the
it's all
shoes.
about
They always
accountability.
say you never know what nobody
Bottom line,
going through
it's
until you
all
walk in
about
the shoes. Walk in
accountability.
their shoes.
You can't
You
sit
can't jump in.
you can't sit here and play a victim, but then and not take accountability to certain things
Like I
that
said, the
goes
gay
on in the
men
community.
are the reason why we get murdered. And I'm not saying all of y'all, but yeah,
All of
y'all.
them, yeah.
Like
But they,
like like
they
And
come
you
definitely
on.
play a
you
big
you
part.
giving proof of it right now. Because what you're saying is that the girls, which
What happened? Can you hear me? Hello?
So so answer this. What happens when the girls go out there to prostitute and they meet a guy and they don't tell the guy that she was born female and then he finds out that I mean they don't tell the guy that she was born male and then they find out that she's male.
so
What
you're
happens?
saying to me,
What happens then?
so
What
what you're
happens
saying to
then?
me that a girl has to kill her spirit, got to go out there on the street
But
and
you're
sell
not
her
answering
body.
my question.
But I'm answering, but I'm not answering where you
What
want.
happens
The
when
one
a
thing you're not going to
girl
do
goes
is
out there to
over talk what you
prostitute
asked me.
and
If you want to
and
answer the
she
question,
meets
you
a
answer it.
guy and she
You
does not
answer it.
tell the
I can't
guy
answer because
that
Well, we heard
you
your
can't
question. Can we
tell me
hear
what
my
I'm
answer?
supposed to say. If you already got the answer, you shouldn't ask me.
Mm-hmm. And
You don't want to
and
answer
that
where you
also
want me to
goes to
answer because
point.
you don't run this world over here. You only a student in front of me. You're never going to be a teacher to me. You a student. You're a student. You're not.
Because
Hold
everybody
up.
up here is like trying to get knowledge.
We're just trying to get knowledge. Let's keep it positive and respectful on here. All right. At all times. It's a conversation. We're all grown. So let's lay the question out. And the person who had the question, I know I was getting some delicious food. Let's have a little intermission. Take a look at this plate. Oh my gosh. So Nita did it again. She put the fettuccine Alfredo together. Her own special Alfredo sauce. Very tasty. And I will appreciate that. So I'm learning a lot. I know there's a lot more to learn. Again, I just wanted to pause. I just put my headphones back on and just want to remind everybody, just keep it positive in here, okay? There's nobody ahead of anybody else. We're just learning. Thank you. I'm going to unmute links and let's go on with the talk. And thank you, everybody, for joining in. Hopefully you're enjoying the chat. I think it's a very important discussion. It's a very important topic. I'm glad we can cover this. Welcome guests, Senor Frost, and welcome Raven Over. Raven Over. Welcome. All right, so what was the question?
The question
Spark-
was, when a prostitute goes out, that a transgender or trans person prostitute goes out, and should it be their right? Should it be their duty to tell their client that they were born of the other sex, male or female, whichever sex they are, like they were born
Gender.
the opposite? Yeah.
Well, look, I could just say one word
What, honesty?
comes to mind, and that is triggers. Triggers. There's certain things that may trigger individuals.
Mhm.
We've got to be careful. There's laws in place. There's people that protect and everything else like that. But we have the ability. We should have the ability to create a safe space for ourselves, for other people, because we don't know everybody's mental capacity and
Mhm.
how much they could take.
Right.
I don't.
Hey,
I
how you
don't.
doing?
I don't know what else. What else to say regarding that? I know. I think that everybody has a responsibility. I think the man may have a responsibility if he sees or has clocked. You said the clock word, the clocking, and sees something, and it draws some sort of speculation. I think that would be a conversation that the fellas should have. A lot of times, I guess, if somebody's out like that, there might be alcohol involved. There might be some blurred line somewhere in there, and that discussion might not take place. It might not be necessary. Everybody might just be at a different sort, and it happens, and then you have to deal with the repercussions. But I think that everybody in a sane and in a sober state should have a social responsibility to their fellow person or their for anybody else, woman, man, uh, should have some sort of social responsibility and also thinking about themselves because we want to create some sort of safety and safe harbor. If you know something and you feel as though it's it could be it could be overlooked by somebody else, but you know there could be a reaction that might not be favorable. I think it'd just be a matter of stopping the cart before it goes down the hill and destroys some things. Um, that's how I feel. That's how I feel about what was just introduced to me with the topic. I don't know. Anybody's thoughts
Well, I
on that?
guess to sum it all up, everybody just gonna have their own opinion, and everybody needs their time to process stuff. I just sum it up like that.
Well. You know, hey, listen. I we're on the panel to hear other discussions. I mean, it's a discussion. You know, Ribbonova, what do you think? Do you feel as though there's a responsibility, or what do you feel? I'm not here to judge anything. I just want to hear different perspectives. That's what this is all about.
But you say responsibility for what though?
Responsibility, like a social responsibility. I think that the social responsibility should be, I guess, um,
You mean basically like I think you mean accountability. Like you know, if a trans is in a club or in the street, guy approaches her and like she might be inebriated or he might be inebriated. Like basically, what would you do in that situation? I would like to hear that perspective from everybody, if y'all don't mind.
if you're in a club and what happens now?
And like there's alcohol, like you said, there's alcohol or maybe even narcotics or something involved.
And
And
there's some sort of attraction.
yes, attraction or exchange or
Well, you know what? That initial attraction could be. I mean, I can't really say because I can't. I would say an attraction is an attraction, and I guess that would convolute what I just said in terms of responsibility. If there's a, but you're talking about somebody, a prostitute. There's no attraction involved. She's attracted to money. He's attracted to
Not
whatever
not
he.
necessarily, not necessarily, because there may be some clients that really want to take her off the street, and the same token, it may be a man that she really would stop, doing her sex work for.
Well, we're
That
talking
there's
about
always
traditionally, and I don't know the
yeah.
world, and I don't know the.
Mhm.
I know this. I'm just looking and thinking about the occupational hazards as they pertain to someone in that
I
profession.
have to agree with Tommy on this one because it is about money. She's
Mhm,
not
yeah,
going out there to meet no husband, no boyfriend. She's trying to pay
Right.
bills. She's have survival sex. She has to die in order to live. That means all the
Right.
dreams, everything she wanted has to go
Right.
away and she has to put her body up for sale. Now, most time men know that the girls are out there with a prostituting, survival sex work and stuff like that. They know they may be a chance that when the girls are not girls. Men are very aware of a lot of things when they go out there. Not saying that everything is 100% because nothing is 100%, but every girl moves differently. Every man, the Johns move differently. You never really know. But my personal things, I don't think they're out there trying to find wifey on a stroll. Now, I'm not saying you can't do it like Pretty Woman because you never know. The world is full of different people with different things. But a lot of times when it comes to survival sex, she's trying to pay bills. She's trying to eat. She's trying to find a place to live. She's trying not to get murdered.
Mm.
Now,
Wow.
as far as we giving her gender, a girl gonna do what she want to do. I can't police these girls. I also don't know the storyline of these girls. I don't. I can't come out to the stroll speaking Bible quotes when a girl is out there with a broken spirit.
hmm
So and I can't sit back and say, well, I need to let you know what I am before I get this money.
Because
You're
then
not
y'all
going to
may
say
lose
that.
money.
And then when she's
hmm
actually inside the car, whatever the case may be, he may come to kill her. Like it's so many things that you be prepared for when you're walking into the belly of the beast. So you're not
hmm
really knowing what's happening. Some may be coming out to just to hurt you. Some may, you never know. Everybody is a different individual, which moves differently.
Mm.
Do I think the girl should tell their story before? Absolutely. I don't think no girl should lead a man on, but I do believe when she decides she want to tell him, she need to be far away from him, in her house or away. And is that the way it goes? No, because everybody moves differently. I could say
hmm
1,000 things what I think, but what I think is just what I think. What the next girl thinks is what she thinks. I don't know what she been through. I don't know whether her mother, father molested her or she been stabbed. And so her story is a different story. So way I may say, to be fair, she may feel as though no one ever fairer to her. So why she be fair to anybody else? And like I said, it's not like it's set in stone. Every girl moves differently. There's some girls that are submissive. There are some girls that are dominant. It's
hmm
it's some girls do your natural hair, some girl wear wig. Every girl moves differently.
I got a question. Is your name Raven?
Yes.
Okay, I got a question, Raven. Have you counseled people that have prostituted themselves? Have you counseled people like that?
Counsel.
Counseled, like give them advice, help
Um,
them, like that kind of thing.
I go live a lot of times. The thing with me, I don't try to police people on my views. I try to say what I can say. Like I have done videos saying, the right thing to do. I put it out there and stuff. Now, what they want to take it and use it to utilize it and say, you know what, I'm gonna listen. Some people do, but some people won't. I can't make people do what I want to do, if you know what I mean. Everybody moves differently. I could suggest or say, don't do it, but I don't know what they're going through. Because when I turn the computer off, I don't know what's happening to them. I know what they're under bridge. on the way to get murdered. I don't know. So
Okay,
when,
so it sounds like you have met people or have friends that have prostituted themselves,
of
either
course,
now or in the past.
of course,
So maybe we can have one of your friends or associates come on here and tell us what it's like, so we can know firsthand. No?
I just told you what it's like.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
I talk to a
I
lot of
totally get it.
people. Yeah, I'm in the forefront. A lot of people not gonna have a voice. I stand up with a voice. I have to take a lot of, when you are the one in the front line, you get a lot of abuse. And the same
Mhm.
ones you try to help will be the same ones coming for you. So, and
Mhm.
when I say this once again, it's not every single girl. Everybody moves differently. We all have a different past. We all have a different vision. I can't make you do what I say do. I could try to talk to you, and if you don't want to hear it, you're not going to hear it. It's kind of like the thing on drugs. A person not going to get you off of drugs until they decide enough is enough. Other than that, they're going to stay on it. It's their decision.
Exactly. I don't care if you put them in 50 rehabs, like in, got arrested in Whitney Houston's case. There was a lot of things that make people turn to drugs. Like, because I see a lot of homeless people, and, I feel bad for some of them, not all of them. And that's a situation in itself. Because, some of them will be greedy and they'll have money in their pocket, and they'll be still out there just trying to get more, trying to get more, trying to get more.
But
And
see,
then
like I
it's something that's,
But see, like I said before, you don't know what a person's went through in their past. Remember, as
Mhm.
children growing up into adults, a lot of times we never dealt with the traumas that we have had happen to us. What we did was we grew with the traumas, and we actually tried to maneuver through life with the trauma coming with us. That's why we have triggers. That's why we kind of act up and do things to people which we shouldn't do. But it's come you doing it's so familiar from what I've been through that I'm taking it out on you, which I shouldn't do, but I don't care because I bullied somebody before and I got hurt. Once
Mhm.
again, like I said before, every individual person has a different storyline. Like I could tell people my story, but my story not gonna matter to anyone here because it's not your story. Y'all make it say, I hear where you're coming from, but what y'all been through, I haven't been through. And when y'all can sit down and say, this is what I've been through, Raven. Okay, this is what you've been through. Now, even though I can have empathy and listen, I can't tell you what to do because you may not
Mhm.
want to hear what to do. I have to sit and just be a listening ear sometimes. Sometimes people just want you to listen. Sometimes people don't want your advice. But every girl moves differently. Some people do, some people don't.
that's definitely facts. Um, Senior Frost, so like you said, you have a lot of trans women friends.
Correct.
So how do they, yeah, do they like, do you feel that they all, because I know you made a statement saying that a lot of us come for the gay men, which I don't believe that. But that's maybe your truth or your experience. Um, have they told you stories of when they've been attacked by gay men or, you know,
None of my friends has ever been attacked by. Well, then when you say attacked, are you talking about physical or verbally?
physical, verbally, doesn't matter, mental,
Um,
well, not mentally,
um, I think that everybody in the LGBT community has experienced shade from one another. And it's not, and like I said earlier, it's not just you know um, one is doing to the other. We all throw shade at one another in the LGBT community, and yeah,
Not we all, some of us.
in my opinion, I say that we all throw shade. It,
but
it,
so
it may
what
not be
percentage would you
it may
say?
not it may not be up front. It may be subtle shade, but we all throw shade at one another at some point
You can't
in the
see this.
LGBT
This the only.
community.
This is the problem I have. You can't create everybody as a whole. And I just
Mm,
said here, everybody on here has a different story. We
It's
all don't
true.
do the same thing. We all don't eat the same. Everybody's different. So where you may be in a place
Hmm.
where people do that, but I'm in a place we don't do that.
Okay.
We don't do that. When I see you down, my hand is down to pull you up. So we all ain't doing this thing. And the reason why I got a channel like I do is for people who are different. that don't do what everybody else do. So it's sad that you've experienced that, but it's not that way 100%. I
Mhm.
cater to people who are different, to people who not accepted. People get ridiculed, people get judged. They overweight, race, short men, everything across the board, men deal. Everybody moves differently. Within my channel, when I talk to people live, I share their stories without judgment because I don't know what they've been through. Let's be real. A lot of people moving through trauma never healed. They're just moving through things that hurt you, that you think you gotten over it. You haven't. We're real people. We're not robots. We're gonna fall down, and some days we're gonna have great days. Some days we're gonna have bad days. But we're all different individuals. We don't move the same way.
It's okay. So let me say, it's a practice that goes on within the LGBT community. Is throwing shade at one another,
But I
and
think it also, y'all, you just keep focusing on the LGBT. It's all around the community because we got to deal with it from each other, and then we got to deal with it from the quote unquote heterosexual community. So it's like double,
correct,
double. Yeah, and it
correct.
feels like it's not even gay men anymore. It's just like trans women are the lowest on the pole, and then it's um the studs or trans men, and then it's but trans women always seem to be, now that we're out in the forefront, it's like, oh, but they're the target, they're the target, they're the target,
But this is
and we
this this a funny thing, Sparkle, about two spirit women. Um, a lot of times the girls try to find a way to be passable so they could blend into the world. Um, a lot of times people trying to find a way to, they spend a lot of money, which we know, and they try to become passable so they could get jobs, housing, move forward. Now, the bad part about this, the backstory, is she becomes too passable to cisgender, and I say this, I'm not talking about every single person. They get a problem with you being too passable. So now they're trying to out you to stop your money. Now you're trying to do things so you could blend in, so you don't have to do sex work, so you could get a job. And now you're doing things what society says do. And if we get that to this level, what you do is you out us. So you're trying to make our struggles even harder.
yeah, I definitely agree. And it's like, what do you do after that situation? Because like my friend Tony Newman said, you're not you don't see us in your banks, in your this, in your that. We're not the commodity. You see, you know, well-to-do dress, cisgender men or cisgender women. And here and there now, lately, I say about since maybe the late '90s, then you see the gay men, but you don't really see trans women, on the forefront unless it's a special circumstance.
I mean, everybody's different. Like I said,
Mhm.
it's nothing set in stone. Um, it's
What I
just
would say is that there's a lot of work in the community that still has to be done.
agreed.
Um, you know, what I also say is that there's a lot of education that needs to be done as well, because you do have a lot of people who are heterosexual that don't understand, that don't know what it's like to be, a gay man or a gay woman or a trans woman, or a trans man. You know what I mean? I mean,
You're right.
there's a lot of them that don't understand it. It's a hard pill for them to swallow. You know what I mean? And I think that we as a community should educate them. You know what I mean? It's easy for you to say, oh well they should know, you know. No, they don't, they should not know because they don't live our lives.
But in
You
the
know what I
same
mean?
token, saying that we should be educated, but like some of them are very ignorant, and the only way they know how to educate themselves or uh, gain more knowledge is to throw shade to let me see how they're going to react. So that way, I can try to cover up that I might be interested, or I don't want my friends or people to think that I'm interested in this life and people of this lifestyle. What do y'all say to that?
But that people are interested.
I mean,
I,
uh,
Okay. No, I said before the DL life is bigger than the LGBT.
Mm-hmm. I
I meet
definitely
more
agree with
straight
that.
men than a little bit. But of course I would. I just don't date
There's
them
some
because I don't have time to
echoing
babysit
going
grown
on
men.
now. Everybody has your earbuds in?
But
Everybody's earphones are in?
everybody's different.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, Raven.
They are. I just don't. I can't. Like I said before, I could talk to people, but I can't make people because I don't know what they've been through, and I could be another person trying to tell them what to do and make it trigger to them. Which I don't try to do. I try to make sure I watch my words when it comes to people because I don't know what they're going through. It's difficult, but sometimes you have to bite your tongue and sometimes you have to swallow it.
We've got does everybody have their earbuds in or earphones in? Just to check. Things are a
No,
little off now with the
somebody
echo.
must have clicked on something.
Yeah.
I have mine
Testing.
in.
Okay, let's go ahead and give it a shot. Raven, go ahead. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying as far as like he was saying about educating the people. I said it triggers back off what I was saying when I don't know their name with the suit on.
Dan.
Danny.
Dan, hey, Dan. Okay, like he was saying, like educate people. Like the thing is, you can't quite make people do what you want, if you know what I mean. And when people not ready to receive, when you're trying to talk to them, they're not going to listen. Because sometimes people just want to be right and they don't care.
Yeah.
And when they get to that point, it's like, okay, I just let them win. But I can't let them, but I just step away. I don't
Mm-hmm.
argue with people or try to make people see things my way when it comes to that. Because people are going to do what they want to do.
Yeah, you are so right. It's the same thing like when people are arguing politics. Some people do not want to like really say it nicely. They just curse or threaten. And then at that point it doesn't pay to even talk to that person.
Agreed. So true. Because they don't want to hear it. And that's why I come to a lot of times when it comes to me. And I always tell people I'm not perfect. I could be a teacher, but I love to be a student. I'm always willing to learn. A 4-year-old kid could teach me. I'm always willing. That's when I started doing my channel, my whole thing was totally different. I was supposed to be making jokes, comedian. Then I started doing a girl's murder. And then I started doing a murder. And I was like, okay. And then as I turned around, it became like it just kept coming and kept, and I was like, okay, now. So at one point, I was like, okay, is anybody else doing this? Because I need to step away from this. I'm a fun person. I like to laugh, and this channel is making me depressed. Like I don't even want to come on here. And then I kept trying to push it to somebody else, push it to somebody else. And then when at my job, there was like some girl had died. That's what they found about me at my job. It's like I didn't know you was on YouTube. They found out me doing the deaths, and it was like, is there other people putting videos together about these girls being murdered? And I know it's a good thing only because a lot of times people don't want to read, but they will press a button and get lay in the bed and sleep and listen to what's going on. Then go to a whole website and read the whole thing. But when they can see a face and you could just press play, they're up there. It's like seeing say. But what happened to me mentally, because I'm an empath. So when I start telling the stories, I was feeling the stories. So when I talk to people, I have to be careful of how I speak because I feel the story. And when you're telling these stories, I mean,
You do tell a good story. I'll tell you. That's why I was like, tell me one about the woman.
which one?
Well,
Not about
earlier
the
on when we were
trans man. The trans man, he was saying. Yeah, you
The,
definitely could tell a story, girl.
Mhm.
the trans? No, it's difficult, and I don't like it. But I always said, you know what you want to do, but God gonna tell you what you're going to do, and that's exactly what
Mm-hmm.
happened. I don't like it. I always cater to people who are different, disabled, blonde, short, fat, whatever case to be, the little person. I cater to them because I feel them. Like I could feel what they went through, Now I'm not saying I can feel 100% because I can't, you know what I mean? But I have more empathy with them because a lot of things that are within their pain, which they share with me, is familiar with my own. Not saying it's 100%. To me, nothing is 100% because I'm not you. I don't know what you've been through. You know what I mean? I just try to keep my mouth shut when you're sharing your stories. But when you do, just make sure, it's a realistic one when it comes to your story, and don't be speaking on someone else's story when it's not you. That's the one thing I
Mhm.
don't like to do.
Stormy06 said, I'm a nurse and we don't use that term in the hospital and it's not on the state board's test. I'm a woman, not a cis woman. Well,
Right.
I know, and I didn't mean to offend any natural born women. I guess that's the term I'll use from now on. But I don't, I just heard the term and I'm like, that's the only way I could describe it to differentiate from trans women. So, but okay, a natural born woman or a natural woman.
Well, everybody identifies differently,
It's different, exactly.
Yeah. So
So it's like
I
you got to be
respect.
careful. Hmm.
I remember when bisexual was you like both. Now it's pansexual. Pansexual and bisexual is the same thing to me, but those are the new terms. That's the matter me. You like it, I love it.
Mhm.
Now, the one thing I didn't like doing was a lot of young kids committing suicide. Now, when I got on those things and the mothers hit me up, I have a soft spot in my heart for children, so it bothered me that young children were killing themselves, and the mother had to um, sit there without a child, and it bothered me because I I I, I raised a kid, so I know how little children are. A little child. I would be the
Very
worst,
innocent.
very much so, but I'm overprotective. And when you have little children, I'll give you a story about this one story about this one lady. She had a trans son. And what happened was she had her sons back. And he and her stayed together. And but what happened was she took her son to the hospital and they kept mispronouncing pronouns. And what happened was he came home and she made sure her son was okay, fixed his food, went to bed, and he went in the room and he killed himself. Now the mother's waiting at the kitchen table for her son to come out the room and they go check on him, and he's in the room dead. She did everything right. And see, this is the thing. When people could get into your head, even though the mother did everything right, and when it comes to children and adults, not all across the board, they got in his head. And she couldn't win. And unfortunately, as adults, a lot of times we do the same thing. People can get in our head. Now, when I say this, I mean all day we could get compliments, and one person say something negative. All we heard is that one negative thing. We don't focus on all the great things we heard. All we is upset about this one thing. But it's amazing that we focus. I'm not saying everybody, but we kind of hear the negative before we hear the great. So we good.
Hear the negative before we hear the great. Yeah, I'm following what you're saying.
I mean, we're real people. We're not perfect. I mean, we mess up. Well, I'm gonna say I mess up. I can't speak for y'all. Maybe y'all are great. Maybe y'all never mess up. Maybe no, y'all never get hiccups. I do. I know I'm not perfect, and I fall down more than most. And I appreciate anybody who wants to sit down and talk to me on different things. And I don't get it right all the time because I don't. When it comes down to um transitioning, I thought I'd be dating gay men. I didn't know how to date straight men. Men straight men don't mish. So why would I be messing with you? But even before I did what I did, I always had straight men. I didn't know that though.
Hmm.
I was confused. I also didn't know a lot of biological women, not all, their first sexual experience was with their father.
Wow.
A lot of
Who'd experience
biological women has fathers, and when I was at work, a lot of women used to come to me and talk to me of what they went through and their traumas.
Mm.
Dan.
Yeah, I mean, wait, a lot of
It's maybe
biological
crazy.
women said they had experienced trauma with their fathers. That's what I heard.
Hmm.
Okay, but and then what happened to them?
No, they were saying she was saying that this first sexual experience is with their father.
Oh, their first experience was with their father. First sexual experience with their father,
Hmm. Hmm.
and what they turned out to be like.
Mentally messed up. They move. See, this is what I was saying before. We move forward, but we never heal. We learn how to make it work, and we bring in the pain with us. We're not deleting the pain. We're not divorcing the pain. We're taking it with us. And as a human
Mm.
being, at certain points, we're gonna have triggers. Somebody's gonna say something, and we're just gonna snap. And we shouldn't, but it's something that's looking a little familiar what I've been through, and I'm gonna take it out on you, if that makes sense.
Hmm. And I think that explains a lot of the heterosexual males, dealing with the girls. This is a lot of their mindsets. Like, that may be a trigger for them. Oh, you're trying to say I'm gay? Or I don't do that. I don't deal with that. They don't know how to take it. And instead of them rationalizing it first, their first instinct is like an animal to kill, instead of thinking about it.
My
Well,
question, my
go ahead.
question is, what what is their sexual orientation after, let's say, a female is molested by her biological father? What does her sexual orientation usually turn out to be? Could it be anything? She could be straight, she could be gay, she could be trans, she could be anything, or is it a certain way?
She's spiritually broken. She's spiritually broken because her first experience with a man that's supposed to be protecting her is on top of her.
Hmm.
She's spiritually broken. Now mother throws her out the house because she feels as though her daughter is ruining her life. So now the daughters get thrown out on the streets. But the mother would protect her sons, but she don't protect the daughters the same way. They always say two women can't live in the same house. They always get the boy the better thing. Not all cases. I'm not saying every case. Like I keep saying it. As you notice, I say this a lot because I've done live and I always have to say not everybody, not. But in many cases, a lot of mothers will protect their sons faster than
Hmm.
they'll protect their daughters because for some reason, when it comes to the mothers, not all cases, she feels as though her son is her boyfriend. And when her son brings home a girl, the mother attacks the girl.
Hmm. Or she tries to get seniority, regarding a girl. Like, I'm the first, that may be your wife or that may be your girlfriend, but I'm in charge. So let her know or give her,
But not in
it's
all
like,
cases. You're right, though. But not
hmm.
in all
That could
cases.
be.
Hmm.
And just like when
And,
you get it, go ahead.
okay, go ahead, though. Go ahead.
I was just saying that can be. That sounds true.
What's the matter,
Hmm.
Tommy? You
No,
quiet?
yeah.
It
No, I was just looking at a comment from Hope Love, Mr. Tommy. I'm really proud of you for this
A
dope
dope
conversation.
conversation.
And it's just I think it's great. This is
hmm.
something that and folks, you saw Sparkle came on, and then so many people might have thought she's just passing through, or just maybe for
Hmm.
Pride Month or whatever have you. But this is important. It's important to have members of our community, and the community is the world, you know, be represented here. So we have a very colorful group of different people, different perspectives, but we all have feelings, and
Hmm.
we all have intentions. But what are the intentions? What do we feel as though the intention should be? And that's why we're having this discussion. So I
Hmm.
think this is very nice. You know,
Would you like let anybody else up on the panel to try to
I
share
put I
or
put
like?
I put a link out. Okay, everybody, and I did put another
Mhm.
link out. Let me go ahead and put it up again.
And what happened to Senor Frost? Did he just exit the
I'll, I'll,
premises over?
I'll reach out. Sometimes things bump
uh,
out, so let me.
yeah.
I'll try to reach out to Senor
Hmm.
Frost.
Hope love, how are you, darling? How's everybody in the chat? Apple Crescent, our Tommy Cat's family. And we welcome Raven over, the beautiful and Miss Fabulous.
Yeah.
You can just
Okay.
call me Raven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
Raven.
does help out a
Yeah,
little bit. So thank you,
yeah,
Raven.
Raven. Yeah. See, I know my sister Raven
Because
over.
the
Like,
thing I call myself Raven Wear because I like to wear different clothes. But what happened
mm,
was somebody took the name, so I had to change the name. They said you can't use that. So I was
oh
like, well, what
wow.
I'm going to use? I had the name before the person, and after that,
Mm,
I just like, what can I call myself? So I put over because I was over
mm,
it. That's what it stands for. I was
yeah.
over it. But because I was upset because my whole thing was anyway.
Raven, yes, because I like to
Yeah, because I
switch
like to
different
wear
outfits and
clothes.
stuff.
Yeah,
Me too,
that's what it's
girl.
supposed to be
Playing
about.
makeup and
But
all that. Yeah, but well, not
Well,
really
we
makeup,
should have
but
a fashion show on here.
yeah, we
Absolutely.
should. That would
We
be
need to have a
nice.
What you
fashion
think
Great
about
show.
that,
idea.
Raven? You think you're down with that?
no, I'm not done with that.
Come on now.
I don't do stuff like that. That's from the past. I started my page back in April the 26th, 2017.
Oh wow.
Wow.
You know what, Tommy? I think we should have a fashion show, and not everybody wants to go be in the fashion show, but maybe if there's a prize, maybe their interest might peak.
Oh, that would be nice.
I
Yeah,
mean,
Well,
exactly,
we
well.
man.
don't have to
Speaking
give
of
away $1 million, but if we do
speaking
a
of
nice
prize, we do have the
dinner
dating
for two,
game where the winner does walk away with the prize. You know,
Hmm.
you know.
Coming up on Thursday, right,
hey,
Tommy?
what would
Yeah,
be so
yeah,
bad,
yeah.
Tommy? What would
Hmm.
Ra-
be so bad if the winner of the fashion contest won a dinner for two
Oh, that would
in
be
a
great.
beautiful restaurant? And
Sounds
all
great.
they got to do, I mean, it is some work. They got to show their stuff. They got to look pretty,
Mhm.
whatever, win the fashion show.
I think it's
But why
great.
not?
And
I
I don't
think
think I'm gonna be in a fashion show because I will put y'all over the top. It's like, just
Sparkle
joking.
probably will win.
I know. I don't know. I'm not really, I just do it for me. I like to do it because I'm colorful and then I can't say being shunned, but I don't know. It was like, I'm an empath too, like Raven was saying, I'm an empath, but I feel like with family input from two different sides, I have my mom's side, which is more open, because they was like, oh, you gay, whatever, oh, now you want to be trans, whatever, you know,
Do your
and then
family accept you, Sparkle?
some do. Well, they kind of mad at me for a different reason, but who cares? They'll get over it.
Okay.
Um, and then my father's family is more,
Bobby.
churchy, upright, and so they were like, well, what is this? Like, and then if with the gay part, they was like, well, whatever, that's just him, but the God doesn't accept it. Feel like it's something like a Bible thumper. I was like, I told y'all, I was at church last week, no, week before last, and I had a so-called choir member and a reverend and a lady, another lady, church lady. I had a short, sparkly pink dress on. And I'm like, she's like, oh, where's the rest of your dress? Not pull you to the side and, do it correctly. And I'm looking like, so by that time I had just lost it. I'm like, why are you church people so judgmental? What's the problem? I'm just like going crazy. I think my grandmother's spirit had jumped in me. But it was like, where do y'all get off judging people and then let the message pop? What this week was, you know, or I'm talking to all the sanctified and saved people that try to look down their nose on everybody else. It's like your seat ain't secure in heaven, So you gotta love and accept everybody, So it was like every message he brings just touch like I get conviction from it. So,
Mm.
but what do y'all feel about the church people? Because it feels like they got to verse, our community as well, like or I wouldn't say make them the laughing stock, but like, you know, have a biased opinion about, people's lifestyles. But meanwhile, they're doing other things that are as they say are not of God. So, you know,
Do you know?
Hey, real quick,
Danny.
Sparkle, what they, no, I don't know, but real quick, Sparkle, what you said you were in church, but
Yes.
I didn't catch what the congregants said
we were
to you?
saying,
What they say to you? They did something against you?
yes. Well, the first one came because she's a choir member, can sing to the high heavens, and the other one is, and she's a choir member and a preacher, and
Okay.
so-called reverend. And
All right.
she's like saw me, but she didn't know it was me because I had my back turned with this hair on. So they're
Okay.
not used to me. I usually come in either with a scarf, but I'll be dressed or whatever. So I had my back turned. I'm on the phone with another church member, and I'm showing her a picture because she didn't come that week. So I'm showing her like, oh, this is what I have on. She's like, I knew you got on something cute. Send me a picture. So I'm in the chapel. I'm saying extra prayers like I do after the service, and she comes in and she's like, what are you doing? Not hi or not hello. It's what are you doing? I'm like, and I'm looking. I look, but I didn't like look at who the person was. So I'm like, what do you mean? Thinking to myself, like, what does she mean? What am I doing? Whoever it was. So when I turned around, she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing? And she's like, what are you doing? So I didn't catch what she was saying. So she was basically saying, why are you dressed like that? And I'm
Hmm.
like, I know I've been coming to the church for a couple of years. I done got baptized here, and I know they see me dressed like this. Is not the first time. And as long as Pop and Mom, who I call her, Reverend and wife, his wife, um, as long as they said I'm fine with it, you know, I mean they're fine with it. I don't care about nobody else, So, but I just
So
feel like, what do y'all think about the church people's judgment or attack of, oh, that's not godly, or you're not godly, but meanwhile they're being hypocrites doing the same thing. I just want to get
what
y'all's take on that.
I want to know, was her tone condescending?
Oh yes, very, very disrespectful. But the only thing is, I respected her more than the second girl, because the first girl, I mean the first lady, that not girl, first, well, yeah, her actions were girlish, not womanly. But the first woman that did it, she, we were in like a secluded area with just me and her, so. And she's like, I gotta have a conversation with you. And I'm like, after I caught what she was saying, I'm like, well, we can have, you have to have respect for people. We can have the conversation. It's going to be a dead conversation because, nobody's going to change my appearance. I've been coming here forever. And like I said, as long as Pop and Mom are fine with it, I'm going to, do what I want. Dress the way no, not crazy, but appropriately. But I'm going to feel comfortable in my skin, so. But the second girl, I come outside and it's her and three ladies. Now, one of the ladies doesn't like me because she had said a couple of weeks before that, when I went to the pantry, oh, now see, I had on a black velour suit. So she's like, oh, now see, I like you when you dress like that. And I turned around, I'm like, what do you mean by that? I like every way I dress. So what are you talking about? I don't dress for you. So she's
Hmm.
like, no, again, not saying I don't like you. I just don't, you tone it down. And I'm like, well, number one, I don't dress for you. I dress the way I want to dress and how I feel, you know. And then there's a lot of, demon, like they said, it's a lot of demons and people that try to portray one role, but then doing another role inside the church and outside the church. So, I kind of just pay people when they try to attack me for the most part. Like a lot of, some people on here, they like a couple of people be like, oh, they mispronounce or misuse the pronoun or don't, and I'm not sure if they're being blatant about it or, you know, I don't know, but
I got to tell you
uh,
something, Sparkle. I'm Dan the man. I think with both sides of my head. So I got to tell
yes,
you each
exactly.
side. I got to tell you each side. I'm going to tell you like it is. Part of it is the church says that it's I think it's in Genesis, but I could be wrong. It could be in another part of the
Mhm.
Old Testament, saying that it's actually written that
Yeah,
certain that genders aren't supposed to wear the opposite gender clothes. That's what it does
I-
say that. But at
yeah,
the
I know, I
same
see
time,
that.
now here goes the other side of my brain, and I can't argue with that because I didn't make that. I'm just like
Hmm.
telling you what it says somewhere.
Hmm. No, I understand
I
that.
didn't
I
make the
agree with
law.
that. I agree with that.
But on the other part
Hmm.
of the story is this woman is being a hypocrite because she is being condescending to you, and that's not the way of God. to be
Mhm.
condescending to people. There is a way that's a more respectful way. If she feels she needs to communicate that to you, there's a more respectful way to do it. And if
Mhm.
you don't listen to her, she can still be respectful to you.
Mhm.
That's all.
I definitely agree with that. And I know, they didn't make the Bible. Nobody made the Bible. This is written according to what was thought to be said, not what was actually said,
Yeah.
because nobody was there when Jesus was around. I'm
Can I
thinking
say
not.
something?
Hmm.
How could you possibly be dressed inappropriately when those times everybody wore dresses?
Exactly.
The Well, according to the Bible,
Dresses, well, where's the pants at? They had
according to the
pantsuits on.
Bible, I could look the verse up. Actually, maybe I should go get it.
Yeah,
But
but it's not accurate because everybody had it. When Jesus, they had dresses and they had scarves around. Nobody
oh,
had
I
on
can see.
pants
I see what
then.
you're saying. Yeah, I got you. I got
Hmm.
you.
They had on gowns, they had on
Yeah,
dresses.
yeah. They had on like
Right.
robes.
So where
Yeah,
did the pants come in that church? Monorized.
right.
It's a lot
I
of
hear
stuff.
you.
It's a lot of stuff
Yeah,
that's
just
not
like they
true.
say women shouldn't be preachers and all of that. Why didn't they follow that rule?
But the thing
You
is,
know?
this is that please make this make sense. I'm not going to talk about church much, but
Hmm.
they say that Jesus died on the cross for me. Y'all ever hear that saying?
Hmm.
That's what. What was the question about him
Jesus,
dying on the cross?
Jesus died on the cross for Jesus died on the cross for my sins.
Okay.
Did y'all ever hear that before?
Oh
Hmm.
yeah, I heard it said many times. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this. So, I'm just hypothetically speaking, Dina, I'm gonna use you as an example. I hope you don't mind.
Go ahead.
If I come into your house and I beat you and I take sticks and stomp you, then I make you carry this wood down the street and it's a cross. And I'm whipping you, I'm crucifying you, I'm dragging you, everybody's throwing things at you, rocks and stones. And then I take you and I nail you on the cross. Tell me, did you die for me or was you murdered?
I was murdered,
There you go.
but not everyone's going to agree with me.
So my thing is, how did he die for your sins when you killed him? Now, this is the
Hmm.
good part. Now I'm gonna get to the real good part. I'm gonna let it go. Now, they said Jesus only sent his only begotten son down to this world, and what society did to him for being different. Then not only they murdered him, they say they twisted and said he died for me for my sins. You killed him. Then when you
Hmm.
come time to pray, saying, Lord, help me with this. Okay, now just to say this, God forbid. But if somebody went to Dino's family and said, we need you to pray for me after we hurt your son, then if your family gonna look like they're crazy. Pray for what?
Hmm.
Pray for who? No.
You
Because
might
my
need to
thing
pray
is
for what they might want to do to that person.
right. You don't
Yeah.
take mine and come to me and no. I mean, some people be
Hmm.
like, oh well, God forget. I mean, those people, that's fine.
Hmm.
But the thing
Hmm.
is, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. You kill my kid and come to me and tell, no, I'm not praying for you. I'm not doing
Yeah,
nothing for you. Just
and
stay away
that's
from me.
yeah, and that's everybody. Like you said, everybody's different. Some people may say, "Well, I'll pray for them, but I can never forgive them." Everybody looks at things differently.
That's
That's
true.
why Jesus made us all different. You
That's
know,
true.
so I just don't know. I just like the shade is just crazy. And then you want tithes. Like they say, oh, they preach a couple of guest preachers came. I was like, oh, gays don't, but I'm so sick of this gays and this, that, and the third. If you're a man, be a man. If
But
you're a
didn't
lady, be a
but did
lady. I'm like, oh my God, this is
but
crazy.
then
But y'all want money.
didn't God take the rib from a man and made Eve?
Exactly.
So a man making him up. So God took a man's body and made a woman. I can't. I'm done. I've got something else to say. He took the right rib from Adam and made Eve.
But maybe that's why they didn't listen to him.
And
Well,
then
Eve
all
deceived
these
him.
different races
Mhm.
come from Adam and Eve, blacks and white. So we'll just say this, they all did. So then there was a lot of incest going on. Was
Exactly.
everybody just having sex? Just how does everybody just come?
Hmm.
Like you can't make this stuff up.
Tombo. So what you thinking,
Yeah.
Tombo?
But I'll tell you, there was some incest going on
You
during the
think?
times of Adam and Eve, and not even just Adam and Eve, but Cain and
And
Abel and
Abel?
all these people, all their children's children. There was some forms of incest going on, and actually we're all related to each other.
There you go.
But they
Oh
came out
wow.
with the laws, but it doesn't make it. It doesn't mean that everything changed. They came out with laws. Yeah, that did change that. They came out with a set of laws
And
that
what do
said you are
people do,
not allowed.
Dino?
Those laws said, at least in the Old Testament. I don't know about the New Testament. I don't
People
know that
break
much
the
about
rules all the time, Dino.
it. But
Mm-hmm.
the rules in the Old Testament forbid forbid a father to have sexual relations with the daughter, for sister to have sexual relationship with the brother. It does allow a niece to an uncle to have a relation with a niece. I personally would never do it, but it does allow it. There's all kinds of laws. If you read deep into it, that they became that became the standard as of today.
Agreed. Let me ask you a question. Isn't this all rumor based?
Mm-hmm.
About
The
With the
about the
Bible
Bible,
Bible,
right?
is from rumor
Mm-hmm.
basis.
Exactly,
it's
because like
actually
I
not.
said,
It's
nobody
not.
ain't living as was there. Just like
Now this
the Quran. No disrespect to people's religion. They like, oh, if you don't follow the Bible, follow the Quran. But the Quran tells you should have multiple wives. Like, if you should have multiple wives, should you be able to take care of multiple wives and multiple children that you have?
excuse me. What's the matter,
I think
Tommy?
it's just all madness. That's why I say I'm spiritual, not religious.
Tommy?
Hey, I
You
found
okay?
that verse, y'all.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm trying to
Yeah,
multitask and
yeah.
Oh,
I'm getting the emails from some viewers and stuff.
I found an interesting verse. Maybe it should be read 20 Deuteronomy 22:5.
And
what
what
does
does
that
that
mean?
say?
Deuteronomy 22:5. It says that men shall not wear uh
Women's garments, I think.
women's garments. That's what it
Mhm.
Yeah,
says.
yeah,
I
but
didn't write it. The
yeah, but what
Bible
was a
wrote it.
woman's garment? All they wore was men wore dresses and women wore gowns.
So like y'all both wearing the same
No,
garment,
but the men
basically.
wore dresses. The men didn't wear gowns. They wore dresses, and the women wore them skirts that came above their knees,
The,
and the women had on gowns. So who is dressed like a woman?
exactly. If y'all dressing everybody alike, even though people, yeah,
He's dressed
Yeah.
more better than
more.
her.
Uh,
His skirt, he got
uh
on a skirt. She got on a
So
full gown.
what we got to
And
find
that's
out is
interesting because
when.
now it seems like now getting back to that topic, let's relate that back to our community, Raven, dressed, in the natural born, I can't say the other word, but natural born women. Like, do you think there's a real competition going on, or should they just like everybody's in their own lane? Because they throwing this narrative, and it's like coming from a lot of DL men or straight men. Oh, that and women as well. Oh, we trying to be them. No, we're not trying to be you, honey, because the only person I subscribed to and looked up to was my grandmother, and she was the baddest woman of them all. Okay, so I don't know.
But I got to tell you something. Going back to the times even before the old Bible was written, the Old Testament was written. Look at Egypt. Look at the beautiful queen of Egypt. She was beautiful, was she not? So there had to be some difference between, the man wasn't the beautiful one, it was the woman.
Yeah,
That's
but
what I'm
back
saying.
then, in
There was
those
some
times,
standard set back
but
then.
back then the kings, those times, they was to sleep with men. They secrete
Hmm.
They
Exactly.
don't have boyfriends.
Wow.
I heard about that as well.
Yeah, like Lot. They were saying something about Lot wanted the men. He didn't want the women. They
He
brought
didn't
him
want
the
the
most
women.
beautiful women, and he wanted the men. So like it's
Who, Lot
confusing.
did?
Like you saying,
Who said Lot said
Lot.
that?
Lot in the Bible, I think one of the preachers was saying that Lot in the
Yeah.
Bible wanted a man he didn't want, and they brought him the most beautiful women to try to entice him. But he didn't want women, he wanted men. He was trying to get with the city men or something. I'm like, well, why do y'all preach so hard about homosexuality and this is wrong and that is wrong? You're not the judge of anybody because meanwhile you eating pork, committing adultery, and doing this, that, and the third, and sleeping with the choir members or director, who's most of the time is a gay man, openly. I mean, come
Let's
on, what's really going on?
but let's slide away from the religion though. It's a good discussion. But
Okay.
let's
Okay.
Yeah, it
let's keep
is.
that.
No, I'm just saying it's like very hypocritical, but
Thank you,
I don't know.
spoiled princess with a heart, and hope, love. Appreciate
Yeah. So if anybody want to come up, click the link in the chat. Yes, hope love. Hi, darling. Um, Raven. So what do you think? Do you ever get like what do you call it? Clocked? I almost forgot the word. You never get clocked, right? I'm sure
I,
you don't.
the thing with me, I live in a different world than y'all because I don't care. I
Yeah, I
don't,
don't
I
either, but
don't, I don't view my eyes through somebody else's opinion.
mm-hmm,
So, and I realize that people are going to talk about you regardlessly. If you're a man and you got your own business, you sell drugs. If you're a woman, you got your own business, you're a prostitute. It's just the people just going to talk about you. It's just no escaping it. So I don't really
mm-hmm,
care. I do realize that people that don't have a life is looking to see if they could take yours. And if they could pull a
mm-hmm,
little bit of light from your day, they're going to try it. It's up to you to be it's up to you being in control of your reactions. And I
mm-hmm,
learned that. A lot of things you don't have to see in life. You put shades on the earphones, just move right on through.
mm-hmm.
I don't really listen to people because we live in a hypocrite world. I watch people do things and sit back, and the only way you find out about them, you have to catch them.
Mm-hmm.
I agree
Can
with
we
that.
honestly talk about something stupid like Halloween?
People will try to take another person down. Everybody in every group will try to take some, not everybody, excuse me, some rotten apples in every group will try to take somebody
Mm-hmm.
down.
You're
I don't
right.
care who they are.
I agree with you. Like that's
it.
the thing about it. You just have to. I always tell, like when I talk to people on my channel, be in control of your spirit. Whatever you're not supposed to look at, don't look at it, because all these things can actually manifest within
Mm-hmm.
you. You have a light and you have a darkness. Find things that build that light, because the light gonna pull lightness to you, and people within light gonna come to you. But if you start filling that darkness up, you're gonna start pulling darker things, and things about you gonna see dark. Everything about you is bad. It's just you made that part of your life grow,
And
that you
part of your
become
aura.
right
Mm-hmm.
anxiety and stuff. So you have to be aware of what you pull into this world. We live in a very negative world that if you do something bad, you get rewarded, but if you do something good, it's not acknowledged, it won't be paid. That's why a lot of times people are manufacturing on building their brand, often destroying lives instead of trying to build life. Now if you was the kind of person that was trying to build life, you're not going to get the money, the monetary value that you deserve. Not in all cases, but in a lot of cases, yes. That's why a lot of children are picking up this, and they're taking this narratives, and they're taking it too far. Because when you get to killing each other, you want way too far.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no doubt, definitely. Thank you very much, Notorious Jojo. The thoughts expressed on the show are opinions and for entertainment purposes only. Thank you. So yeah, great conversation. I do agree. Let's slide it over to Halloween's coming, and they have a new Halloween movie out. Halloween 6 or so. It says
Oh my
Halloween 6.
God.
Yeah, so I was actually trying to get that on. Nita and I were going to sit back and watch that this evening, but I think that's pretty much a wash. That's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Halloween is coming. Anybody still do parties, Halloween parties and stuff like that? Is anybody
They
get
actually
out?
having a masquerade ball.
Masquerades, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, masquerade, but I may attend, but they're getting ridiculous with this charging for meals and drinks when we used to get everything for free. So I don't know
Oh boy.
what's going on, but I think it's all about money now with
Well,
everybody.
depending on the costume, there's plenty of stash spots, like in a witch's hat. You stick a nice tall bottle in there, head on in.
Or do like they used to do, bring your bottle in your bag.
There
Uh-huh.
it is. Yeah.
Like trick or treat, darling.
Yeah, just
Yeah, guys, I
bring
don't
some
know, but
crackers to the
Halloween just
party.
everything just don't seem like it used to. Like not even Thanksgiving and Christmas don't seem like it used to. Everything just seemed different.
Okay,
Hey, when the
pertaining to the
pandemic.
subject, who's gonna dress? What guys out there are gonna dress as queens this Halloween?
Oh.
Anybody out there? Well, we got all girls in this room, right?
We always get women. We don't get never. I mean, we get men every now and then, but
Okay, how many females out there are going to dress like men?
well, you see, Cynthia Bailey dressed like 50 Cent. She pulled off a good 50 Cent. 50 Cent, excuse me.
Maybe what's Louis going to dress at? Louise,
Louise.
you going to dress as what? What are you going to dress as? A witch?
And I think Louise may dress as Betty Rubble.
Louise, come on up here and handle these folks.
Oh Lord.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Here she goes.
We got the
Spoiler
link in
Princess.
here.
Spoiler Princess said Halloween is one of my favorites. I could do without the movies. Everything else, because it gets crazy. People's like I was about to say like Aura said, like Raven said, a lot of auras get a lot of bad things happen. Not to be superstitious, but I'd rather just stay in the house where I'm safe. Well, not safe, but a little bit more protected.
Raven, would you join a dating game? If we have a date, yeah.
She said,
I'm over, man. I'm over it. I'm just waiting for the Lord to send for me. I'm good.
Okay.
I can't babysit, man. I can't.
I know that's right,
babysit
girl.
men.
I just
can't.
play with them. Like I just play with them as they come, honey. I'll play the game right on with them and let them think that they doing what they do.
They beat
please.
all the love out of me.
Look, I would
Oh
say
my
to
God.
anybody,
Oh,
I would say to
man.
anybody, straight or not straight or any whatever you are, and you had some experiences, negative ones, with a spouse, whatever, a boyfriend, girlfriend, I would say take a year or two off and just do you. Be by yourself for a year or two, and if you want to come back on the scene, come back. If you're not ready, then go seek some help. But I would definitely recommend a break. Definitely, especially if a person had a bad experience.
Good advice, Dan.
Take a year or two break.
And Raven, I'm still
I
thinking about
personally
that
did.
comment you made. That's heavy.
Which one?
They beat the love out of me.
Oh
The
wow.
what?
I was thinking about that too. That should be a
The
slogan. I'm gonna
what?
put
I
that on a
missed it.
t-shirt.
The
You
what?
beat the love out of me.
Oh, yeah, they did.
You too pretty for that, girl. You couldn't
I
beat
Yeah.
the love.
mean, because
Yeah.
with
That's why
me,
I'm glad. That's why I'm glad I'm doing this and having this conversation. It's important. It's important to, it's
hmm Get all perspectives of
a
life.
cold
Yeah.
world. It's a cold world.
Yeah.
Everybody's out
And
here
it happens
killing
to the
and
sweetest and most prettiest ones, like Halle Berry allegedly. I don't know. It's just weird.
well, thank you. But the thing is, like, I've never been the kind of person that need a man to take care of me. Unfortunately, I used to take care of a lot of men. But the thing is that I always felt like once I find somebody, I got your back. If you don't got it, I got it. If I got $5, you take four, I'll make do with one. And I realized that they saw it as stupid. And it's sad because you hear men talking about all they do is they want your money and stuff like that. But
hmm
then when you put them on their feet, they leave. And what they do is, and maybe I was dumb, or clearly I was, I don't know. But the thing is, I always felt like I was looking for somebody who wanted to make our money pregnant. And we could grow and take trips and unfortunately, a lot of times they had to deal with their sexuality. They had to get permission from
hmm
society. They didn't know how to deal with this. And it was like,
It's
you do
tiring. It's like it's 5 different jobs in one. Yeah, I understand. I feel you.
I'm like, you do know you're talking about me now. Well, I don't know what they're gonna say about me, but you do know you're here with me now. So what they're
hmm
saying about me, they be saying, well, I'm sneaking, so they go find out. So it's like, it's not for me. It's not because some girls get the pass, some girls get the everything. With me, I can't. I can't. It's just mentally exhausting, and I can't make a
hmm
man be a man. I always feel like a man, in my opinion, should be the one in charge. Like
It's
he shouldn't let other people dictate what makes him happy. That's your dress you got on?
Yes, girl, fabulous, right? Yeah.
Did
I like
everybody
it. Look,
leave?
and match your hair. No, they just put me in the big camera. Tommy, can you
Oh,
close back? There they go.
he's so shady.
And they do that at times. You know
I
how they
thought they
do.
left.
Tommy,
I was like,
you
okay,
know.
where the sofa? Let me get out of here.
Child, let me tell you.
I was like, let me go.
One night, this guy was having so much fun, and he went to sleep. And baby, we ran that live. It was too funny. Then another night, my dress fell in the toilet. Then, child, this is like the greatest show on earth, honey. If you can survive this show, you can survive anything.
That's true.
And I am drinking Hope Love. I'm drinking pomegranate blueberry acai, healthy balance. How much y'all think I'm drinking the red wine, picking up Louise tactics? I gotta try some sweet red wine. I don't know where to get it from. Raven, do you drink, doll?
Luis Medina says, "Big Bird Sparkle."
Oh, please.
That means yes.
Occasionally, or I know I do it too. I don't, because I don't trust.
Scotch before I started.
Oh Lord, I don't trust people. So trust me, if a man buy me a drink at the bar, I'm going to the bar. I want to see the lady that's doing it. I don't play them games, honey. I am old school. I ain't got time for the drama. No, because once you've been laced, like with marijuana, like I have twice, I don't play games.
I don't smoke.
No, oh God, no. And first of all, and when I did before I got laced, I never smoked. My cousin always smoked. So one Thanksgiving, I came downstairs blazed. Mom was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Where's the food? Is it ready?" I was like, I was messed up. Oh my God.
I got a question
Yeah.
for Sparkle. Sparkle,
Yes, dog.
what does that mean when you were laced with marijuana? What does that
Lace,
mean?
like when somebody put something in it and it made you not react the right way, your body.
Or somebody
I
laced
don't know
the
if it was
marijuana?
PCP. Yeah, PCP. I don't know if it was Coke, what it was, but
You know what that means, D Rock?
What that
You ever
now
see
I know what it means.
You ever see people on the streets going crazy?
Yeah.
That's laced.
Yeah, they blame it on the that drug.
Yeah,
What
they
I'm
be
talking
going
about?
crazy. They don't know.
oh, that's
They
that
run up the street.
fentanyl.
Yeah, but it's laced because they unfortunately but unfortunately, you know, a lot of people been dying from this.
Yeah, and they still doing it. That's the stupid part. You trying to outlive the 2 grams of grains of salt that it is? Like I don't understand. Baby, I love life too much, and I got to twirl on the world, honey. So I can't be dying, dog.
What's the name of that drug? When you see people, they behave like this. They go like this.
They be leaning and don't fall.
Oh, the dope. Oh,
Yeah, and
dope
they don't know
They
fiend.
what's
call
Dope.
it
going on.
Tina. It's Tina.
Tina.
Oh, Tina. I thought Tina was the white stuff.
I really don't know too much about
But
drugs,
I
y'all.
don't
I'm
know.
sorry. This is
They
something
got too many
I'm
names.
not
Yeah,
going
they got.
front. I don't. When I worked in New York at this spot, I didn't even know black people did cocaine. I was
Oh
shocked.
my God.
I thought they just smoked weed, and I was like, "Oh, y'all do coke too." I stay to myself, so I really don't know a lot that's going on. So when I'm around interactive people, it's always a very interesting experience.
Yeah, you just sit and watch. That's what I do. That's what I learned from Wendy. Just sit and watch, and you'll see everything you need to know, honey. Mhm. The Conjuring. Oh gosh, here we go. January flowers. The Conjuring. Here y'all go. It's time for me to exit because I don't do this scary stuff. Cause honey, y'all gonna either have to come over to my house or y'all gonna have to be up with all these
Why didn't
lights
you
on.
ask January Flowers? Why didn't she come on here?
Yeah, yeah. Come on, January. Hey,
I used to,
Bob,
I used,
Bob. Oh, Bobby says she do Drag King every year. What is that?
I used to run a drag king show in Sayville, New Jersey. This is
Oh,
where, this is where all the cisgender women, biological, dress as
mm.
men, and I used to run it every Thursday. It was packed.
Oh, that's
It
amazing.
was so big. It was I had the Coliseum, and I had it really packed. But unfortunately, the owner gave me a night that wasn't.
The
No one
best.
was right. No one was there. So it was on. I think it was Wednesday, and I got it packed. The place was packed, and then what the owner did, they started booking artists to come in on my night, and my
Oh
people
wow.
was waiting to perform. So
They
they
never got a chance.
look, my people started leaving, and
Oh
then
wow.
after they couldn't perform, the owner was like, "Well, we have to stop the night because no one is showing up." I wouldn't know why.
Oh my God, that is so shady.
But it's
No, I
it
think I think he just used you. I know restaurant and bar owners well. He just used you to get you your people and just
Mm-mm.
burnt it out. He squeezed the juice out of the stone, whatever, out of the orange rind until it didn't pour anymore. And they said, "All right, I had enough. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye."
but it's sad because we're talking about a coliseum. That's how
Oh,
packed I had it.
oh
And
wow.
the thing is, like, you couldn't even walk. And unfortunately, you can't say much because it's theirs, if you know what I mean.
Mm-mm.
So you would like, yo, you gotta watch your words with them. You can't say what you like.
Mm-hmm.
What did you know? So you have to. Your delivery has to be so positive. And it was like, but then it was like, but this is mine. So
If you got that many people in the place, I definitely would highly recommend that you book like a theater, a big theater, because your people will
Mm-hmm.
get what they want. They will get the show they want, and you will get a bigger cut of the money and don't have to pay it to a bar for them to have drinks. Just like a real theater. I don't know what kind of theaters they have up north. The Prudential Center, that's too big. No, that's a stadium. You have like a small theater, like down here we have Count Basie Theater.
what's
If you
down here?
down in Jersey Shore in Red Bank. So
That's where Coliseum was at, off of
Oh
Fayetteville,
wow.
New Jersey,
Ain't that interesting?
oh, okay, okay,
right there by the
And-
movie theater.
Wow.
okay.
January
Oh wow,
Flower said maybe
the
So
I'll
old
if you
theater.
join
pack
in
if
on
you
the
pack the
next panel.
Basie, if you pack the Count Basie, you can get at least half. I guess you have to pay the Count Basie
Yeah, I
Theater
didn't.
rent
I'm
for their
over it.
speaker and
I'm
their
not.
place, but you'll
And
get
she's like,
half.
it was that it had
It
that momentum, and then your time he was like, I lost it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because a bar you can only make so much at a bar.
The thing about it is, it takes a lot to get people to come in, and when you can finally get the crowd up, it's a lot of work. It's not easy,
It's
but
not
then you
easy
get
to
the
get a crowd. It's not,
right.
and he stole what you brought in. He stole it, and he thought he was going to run it his way, and he couldn't. And he couldn't do it anymore.
Well,
Mm-mm.
everybody started leaving, so and
Everybody
then
left
they
because they wanted you.
lost the place.
Oh wow.
Oh, they
See.
lost that figure. I'm not surprised at all.
Uh, I don't know, but I'm just glad we had this discussion, my sister and my
Yeah, me
brother
too.
Danny.
Thank you.
This is
Thank you.
amazing.
Very
You got a
nice.
little heated for a minute though, with you and Senior Frost. I was cracking up in my
I
bones.
mean, I didn't want to be mean to him,
And
but
yeah,
like,
but
I
you can't. You
no, I
can't
didn't mean
speak. No, 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 no. I'm saying you can't. He can't try to walk in our shoes and then tell us from his perspective. You're in a totally different lifestyle, so you can't. You're 100% right. You know.
I just don't like when people say, well, y'all need to do this, y'all need to do that. But
Hmm.
I know we've done it and we were murdered for it. So people,
Just being who we are. That's it.
right. And I don't know if you let people walk up to you, Sparkle, like you,
Yeah.
like guys, because guys hit on me a lot, and I ignore them. They call
I'm
me all
sure
kinds
they
of
do.
names. I'm a stuck up bitch, but it's fine.
Oh my
I
God.
don't care. But my
Hmm.
thing is this: I'm not exactly what you're looking for, and I'm not trying to find it if you know. I don't care,
Hmm. Exactly.
because if I do mess with him, I have to babysit him. I'm not
And
babysitting a grown man.
I don't get paid to babysit, sweetie.
But what's really weird, short men will
Oh
fight
my
for
God.
you, but tall
Hmm.
men won't.
Wait, short men will what?
A short man will fight for you. Like if
Yeah.
somebody coming your way, he will fight. A tall man won't.
Hmm. I
That's
think it's that
fascinating.
complex. Like he trying to make sure that I gotta hurt you up, or protect me before you get to me. Where
No,
Tallman is like, whatever.
I noticed that with a lot of short men. Like they got your back. And it's funny, I guess like the David Goliath thing, but within
Mhm.
me, even though I started dating them, but then they just is messed up. They're just short. You're still a man. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes but
Sometimes you
no,
win, sometimes you lose.
I
That's
just
all.
been losing. So I just say, y'all want me to go completely? You won. I'm out. So I was like, I'm done.
Uh, Well, my problem is I always get the flamboyant ones like me. I'm like, listen, ain't nothing we can do together, honey, but go shopping. I'm sorry. Cause and it's weird, like one year I went to the gay pride parade. I don't know if it was '07 or '08. It was nice. And I was dancing I had a guy friend there, a Jamaican guy, and oh my God, was this gay dark skinned guy, I believe it was a guy, whining on me. I'm like, what is going on? And he was like, honey, do you have a boyfriend? I'm like, what? I was like, yeah, honey, because he wasn't my type. No offense, because I do love a sexy Morris chestnut man, but I mean, he was short, like you said. He was like 5'2". I'm like, oh no, you first of all, you got to be 5'6" and over if you want to deal with me.
I don't mind height. Those things never bother me. I just try to deal with people how they treat me.
No,
But
I understand.
but the short ones are just as mean as the tall ones.
And
And
then,
I'm not saying all of them, not all children.
that's correct
I
because you
always got to
know that.
keep saying that. I,
No,
I'm
yeah,
used
you
to
got
saying
to,
that.
and it's so
You have
sad.
to say because you're like, oh, you said it. No, not every single person, because
We are
everyone
not
is
talking
different.
about every person.
There you
Just
go.
like it's not all ugly men that think they cute, and it's
Oh, it's a
always them
lot
that
of
got
them
the
that
most
think they
mouth.
cute.
Oh God! And then when they come out, they like, and you try to turn them down nicely. It's like you almost got to get aggressive with them. Like, listen, you are ugly. You are. I was like, oh my god, oh man, it's crazy. This world is crazy. But I always either get the players who think I don't know, or the short ones who I don't prefer, or the ugly ones
Well, how tall are you,
who
Sparkle?
5'4". Everybody think I'm so tall. What is the problem? How tall are you, darling?
How tall are you, Sparkle?
I'm 5'4".
Oh, you short.
That's what I said. I'm a shorty myself. I don't
Yes,
want a
you are.
shorty.
Okay, got it.
How tall are you? 5'8"?
I'm 6 feet.
Okay. Windy mama. You looking like Windy tonight. I almost thought she was up here. I was like, oh
You
shoot.
got jokes.
I
There's only
know.
one
You know.
Wendy.
Okay. How you doing? But you are beautiful, child. You are beautiful,
I
especially with that hair.
appreciate
You
it.
are glowing.
Thank you. I'm gonna
Yeah,
take it
I'm
right
just
off
so
and
glad.
throw it on the bed. When I
Girl, me too, please. I ain't got time for all that. Yeah, but I'm gonna
them
cruise
days are
these big
over
ocean.
trying to be beautiful. Forget that mess.
Girl, please. If you don't like me naturally beautiful, then forget you. I ain't got time.
Yeah.
So, Danster, how's the wifey?
So, all the wifey's good. You know, you make me think back um towards the pre-wifey days. Some of the
Okay.
females, they thought they were all that. Like you're saying, the males think they're all that. Some of the females thought they were all
Yeah,
that.
they
They had
do
to be
too.
told no.
It's just everybody. Everybody's on a pedestal,
But you try
but
to be nice. You try to be nice,
yeah,
and you
you
try
try
to
to be
tell them.
nice and
I was look. I was told by a leader to tell my significant other that like someone I was dating that everybody looked ugly and she was the only pretty one.
oh
You know,
wow.
so I said that and it worked against me. It worked against me, and when
Mm,
she was like, "Oh, I'm so beautiful," you know, she thought she was all that. After I said
oh,
that,
wow.
like she couldn't fit her head through the door. Her
Oh
head
my
got so
god.
big from that compliment. So you gotta be careful who you compliment.
Yeah, because some
That's
people already on a high pedestal and it's crazy.
I agree. I've done it before. I get God's compliments, and I knew damn well it wasn't cute, and they still dogged me out. Didn't matter. They
wow.
didn't discriminate.
hmm
I was like, this is stuff to mess with your self-esteem. When the
Mm-mm.
ugly ones hurt you, like, well, damn.
Yeah, not to hurt people's self-esteem. I didn't mean to crack on anybody, but
But you know what I noticed? A lot of guys are saying they're tired of these girls contouring their face because when they take all the makeup off, it's like, who the hell
Yeah, then you
are
see the
you?
face, you be like, well, wait a minute, I went to bed with one person and woke up with another. What's going on? Yeah, it kills me. But Raven, did you do the bottom surgery? You did
Girl, I'm not talking
trans.
about stuff like that.
Oh, okay, okay. No, I'm just asking, just curious, but some people open, some people not. I don't think I would ever do it. I can't. I love myself too much.
Okay. You can still do it
Yeah,
and still love yourself, but you know.
yeah. hmm You're crazy. I love you, Raven. So beautiful. You know, you remind me of. You know, you look like with that. You look like Martha Reeves a little bit.
Who
A
is
bit young.
that?
Uh, a Motown singer. She was from Martha and the Vandellas.
Okay.
And yeah, she's pretty, but she's a little darker than you. But you look, you know, you're a prettier, younger version of.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, this girl.
What you
So,
thinking,
Mister,
Dino? You quiet.
I know he's just over there watching in amazement, like,
What you
okay,
thinking?
what's going on?
Who, me?
Yes,
You in deep
you.
thought.
Oh, I'm just thinking about my past. That's
Oh,
Yeah,
all.
okay.
Tommy just left the show.
I
Like,
know.
I don't
I'm
know, he
about to
just
leave
watching.
too, y'all, because it's
Maybe
almost
Tommy's
what?
sleeping.
Yeah, we done been on here almost 3. Well, so not quite 3 hours, but I want to go cruise the Bigo streets and see what's going on.
Yeah,
I just pray Wendy come back. I'm getting ready to go there Thursday and see what's going on. But I heard Leah, what's her name? Remini is doing a good job, so I don't know. We'll see. Ain't nobody like Wendy. I'm sorry. Period. I don't care who they try to
We love
feel.
Wendy. We love
Yeah,
Wendy. No
I
matter
do.
what bad she says, we still love her.
Yes, exactly. All right, y'all. This has
Yeah.
been an interesting discussion. Hopefully, we can have it again.
yeah.
So, I'm going to say good night to everybody in the
Good night,
chat.
y'all, too.
Good
Thank you
night,
for
Bob,
having me,
Bobby,
Tommy. I
and
really
January
do. Nice to
Flowers
meet you.
next.
Yeah. Good night, Bob Bobby.
Yes.
Nice to
Yes.
meet you, Dino, and
And
good
Danny,
talking to
yes.
you,
Nice to
Sparkle.
And
meet
good
you.
talking to you, sister. I love you and thank
I
you for
love you
coming.
more.
Yes.
Was
All
you the
right,
one
you
that
know the.
invited me in the DM, Sparkle? Okay, got it.
Exquisite Baby Doll 1.
Got
Yes,
it.
on
Okay.
Instagram. Because that is me, the exquisite jewel of life.
Got it.
Yes, I
Well,
love y'all. Good night.
I love you too. Have a good
All
All
the
night.
right, love
best
you.
to you. Thank you for coming on the show. And I hope that you come back on the show. We get to ask some real cool questions. But maybe we'll figure out what to ask next time. How's
Who you
that?
talking to?
To you and
Oh,
Tommy and
me?
everybody. To you, Tommy, Sparkle, everybody.
Oh, you was real quiet, Dino.
Yeah, Danny. I was kind of quiet because
Danny. Oh,
I was letting you two talk. I was
okay.
letting you and Sparkle talk because you were talking about things that only you and her knew. So I was letting you talk it out. Because who am I? I'm just like an onlooker. What am I gonna say? I can't say
Well,
I've been there, did that. I gotta listen to you describe it. I have
I
to
can't
listen
even
to a
figure it
couple.
out either half of the time myself.
Mm-hmm. You were talking about stuff that only you knew, the two of you knew.
Right, right. Welcome back, Tommy.
Here he
Thank
goes.
you for inviting me. I guess again, I'm about to go.
You're on your way?
Yeah, you just coming back. You was washing dishes.
Yeah, I was washing stuff up and stuff. Trying to get my snack on, my Haagen Dazs here.
I'm not mad at you. But thank you
So,
for inviting me.
oh, Raven, you were the best. Thank you so much for coming on, taking time out for us. You're always welcome back on the show. You have a lot of information, a lot of food for thought. I'll definitely be thinking about you, praying for you. You know,
Thank you.
praying for everybody.
Praying for you too.
All we want to do is have a enjoyable life and you know a painless life, and that's very difficult in and of itself. But I want to wish you the best, and you take
Same
care
here.
up there in New York. All right, don't
I
forget
want to
Okay.
about
wish you
us
the
here.
best. Let us know about your website, your YouTube site, whatever site you have, so we could study you, watch you, and maybe ask you some great questions.
It's
Friendly questions, because we don't
um
attack anybody on this show.
yes,
Got a disconnection.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I this is the first time I heard of this person, and when I learn about Raven, I'm gonna ask her some questions on the next
absolutely.
show.
Hmm.
So what's up, Tommy T?
Hey. Hmm.
So
Well,
yeah, I was supposed to go out somewhere tonight to everybody in the audience, and it was a big dinner. So I put a suit on, and they were testing everybody to come into this dinner. They were testing them for COVID-19. So what had happened was there was a big line, and the line was wrapped around the block. And I had went with my father, and we really didn't want to wait outside for so long. It was cold out, and we got kind of frustrated waiting in line so long, and we weren't told that we had to take the test. I personally feel that it was an invasion of my privacy. That's just me. If y'all don't agree, that's fine. And finally, my father's really more open to it than I was, but he didn't want to wait. So we both took off. We jetted. We jetted from, it was at Rutgers, Rutgers University. So we took off. We were like, nah, we don't want to wait in line like that outside in the cold. And it's wrapped around the block. We didn't want to, we've been going there for years, every year. It's like a yearly dinner that we go to, 5 star, like the best of everything. But we didn't feel like kings that tonight. We felt like we were just being tested, like we were dogs getting ready to be tested for rabies. That's how I felt. And my father didn't feel good about it. He didn't want to wait outside in a long line.
Did you
Did
have
any of you differ? Did any of you have any different opinions?
Danny? Did you have earbuds in when I called you and you were riding with your dad? I thought that was your dad you were riding with. I was
Yeah, I
like,
was right.
oh, I was like,
Yeah,
oh my god,
yeah,
no.
yeah. But you were talking
Was it?
all nice. You should hear when Nick calls me.
Oh, okay, good, good, yeah. Because I was when I you moved the camera to the side, I was like, that's Mr. Rock Wallace. Oh my god.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, let me just tell your dad I said hi, man. Next time.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you got it,
When Nick calls me, he starts talking like a sailor
man.
in front of my father, and I'm like, I feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
Mr. Tommy, you a savage. Yeah, Hope Love. You made some interesting comments back there, Hope Love. Let me see if I can get a hold of them. She was active in the room. Hope Love. She said, "Don't go." What else did Hope Love say? She had said so many comments. Well, we had a nice room tonight. There was one person in this room that was being snippy. I don't know why she was being so snippy. Come on, man, give me a break. I don't see it. Hope. Hope. It says Amen. Hope. Can't really find it right now, but she was interactive in the room.
January Flowers, thank you so much for your engagement in the chat. Appreciate it. I don't know if you've been on here before. The name doesn't ring a bell, but you certainly were a joy to have on the show this evening. Thank you. All right, I'm going to drop the link. Oh, try this again. There you go.
Yeah, what was tonight's theme, Tommy? I wasn't really sure what the theme was. I came in the middle.
Well, originally it was, I watched today's show, a piece of today's show, and saw the special guest that they had, or a special host that they had on for Wendy in place of Wendy. And so that was kind of talking about stuff. Frost watched the show. Um, he's an avid Wendy watcher, and so he wanted to also say, oh man, they didn't, the ratings doesn't look like it's getting the ratings that naturally that Wendy's show will get, and also he felt as though that the host gave a disservice to the show.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That must be Spark
Hey,
in the
Hope.
house. Oh, Hope.
Uh-oh. Hey,
Hey, what's happening?
How you
how
doing,
are
Hope
y'all
Swall?
doing?
Nice to meet you.
Sorry, I'm actually I have a face mask. I'm gonna wash that off. Since you're eating, I'm doing my own thing as well.
Okay, okay. I was eating and I had to put it down. I don't want to be eating on my
Hey,
camera.
Mr. Tommy, you are for sure a savage. I'm not kidding you right now. I swear. I love how you dip out whenever the fuck you want to. Like it's fucking ridiculous.
Hey, easy.
Like you are like one of those boys. I grew up with like so many Marines that are my brothers, and you're just like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm out. Bye. That's who you are. It's dope. And Dan is so clueless. I saw him. He's like, okay, well, thank you so much for coming, you guys. He's like looking around, looking all crazy.
Cray Dan.
Cray Dan. But guess what, though, Dan?
What up?
Apple Crescent, thanks.
You're the shit, Dan.
Oh, thank you. Love you back.
You got a
No,
comment here.
I may not have known what was going on. I came in a little bit too late. Had a phone call as well, but I
No,
tried.
no, seriously. I had to pour me some alcohol because for me, I love, you know how like Tommy is like a food because his wife is a cook, okay? So she spoils him, right? So he gets to eat. Me, I came home and I was like, "Where is the bottle?" Like a psychopath. I had to open it
Did you come
because I
home
was
and
like,
you were like, "Where's the ramen noodles?"
man, you
Was
remember
that you?
that? You're a dick for that. You know, I told
Hey,
you, like,
Oh,
I
thank
said
you.
that, like, last time, like, the only thing I'm good at is a ramen noodle.
hey,
Oh,
Hope.
oh, okay, all right.
Let's
Oh,
eat.
watch
Let's
your
eat.
language.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah.
sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
Luis, ma'am, mama, sweetheart, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Okay, from now on,
all right, all right.
guess what, you guys?
What up?
Hey, Pinky.
Somebody has to say something stupid then. Pinky! Aw, you guys. I love her so much. She's so cute. But Dan,
Yeah.
since I really
What's
had
up?
to put up with all of this today, will you make my day? You know what makes my day feel better.
Oh, I think I know what she's talking about.
Come
I
on.
think I
Yeah,
know
we
what she's
know what
talking
we're
about.
talking
I should
about.
get that out.
All
All
right.
right, give me 1 minute. I'll take it out. Um, I'm gonna put myself on half video and mute it, and I will be right back. As long
Go
as
get
Tommy
it,
stays on
Chipmunk.
here.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Okay.
Hey,
Thanks, Dan.
Mr. Tommy.
Hey, what's happening?
I loved the that video of you and your wife of you guys on vacation. That was so awesome. Like
Oh
it's
gosh,
so
thanks.
nice. Like seriously, it's like you guys are like. I mean, how long have you guys been married?
23 years.
Oh, oh wow. See,
Yeah.
first of all, it's so weird, but I swear to God, she looks like me a little bit because, like I know, like I know she's beautiful. I know I'm trying my best to look like her, but listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Like seriously, her beautiful face. She's petite. I just feel like is she my older twin sister. You know, like she's so beautiful, and I love how goofy both of you guys are. But still together. Is there any kids, by the way, or is that?
No, no kids.
Ah, well, that's why you guys love each other. See, because if there were kids are demons. Okay. Uh, I have one. She's 8. And I have another one. Her name is Daisy, and she's a dog. So they're both girls. And I'm gonna tell you this: they both suck. They can't watch this because they don't have YouTube. So, and they're sleeping. Awesome. I can talk shit about them. But no, seriously though, I love seeing both of you guys. It's really refreshing just to see a beautiful black couple who are just happy and enjoying each other and been married is a very good example, you know.
Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that.
No,
Yeah.
like you're lucky though. She seems to be she's sweet and cute.
Thanks so much, Hope.
Hey, I'm glad you got my message on my thing. I've been trying to contact you, and
Yeah,
when is the dating thing gonna happen? By the way,
Thursday. This coming
what?
Thursday.
No
Yes.
way.
So,
Really?
yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna change it though, right, Mr. Tommy? Because I like you're a
No,
little.
no. The reason why it was changed over the weekend is because I've been doing some vacations and many like little vacations with the wife, and we're always coming back in town on Sundays.
I
So it's
know
always
you guys are spoiled. I've seen that like every time. Like, yeah, thanks a lot for wrapping it all over our faces. Like, oh yeah, we're going again on next weekend. I'm like, oh, thanks.
it's
You're
just a little
lucky.
trip,
No, it's
tie it
nice.
all together, pad the pains of life, you
It
know.
is nice. It's nice. So, like for sure though, on Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday
Okay.
9 o'clock.
All right. So how is this gonna go? Like, I mean,
So
is it
at
like the girl choosing this time?
yeah, but well, let me see here. Did you get my emails?
I've
Oh,
not
you
gotten
did.
like I've just
Oh, I see.
you just
No.
responded to me to like really this second to for like I didn't even know because I was trying to give you like a little input if you like kind of help you out in a certain little ways uh um but I don't know I need like your wife can yeah y'all can call me and I think you need maybe a little bit of input of when it comes to millennials and what we like not the
Let
uh
me ask you something. Do millennials like to talk about the Bitcoin?
No, I don't even know what the hell that is. Okay, well, actually, my ex-husband, he got a Bitcoin when I was pregnant with my daughter. Okay, and and he made it was about like he spent about $500 and he made I think 180,000 on that one.
Wow. Oh my
But
God.
then I got a free ones. Okay, so my free ones somehow because I don't know. He said he just signed it and like open an email or something. This was like 8 years ago, and I did it, and I was pregnant, and then somehow they said I got like 1,300 instead of waiting. I was like, I got a 1,300, you guys, for like seriously opening an email. Are you kidding me right now? No, no, no. I'm getting it. Meow. So I got mine, and
You got
he's
scammed.
waited, and he actually got 180, and I got 1,300 because obviously I'm a girl and I had a girl brain. And I
So
also had like a freaking pregnant brain at the time, so maybe I just
he got
so
180,000
yeah. Literally,
from a
I
five
hate
hundred
him.
dollar investment.
This is 9 years ago. Yes, yes, and
Woo.
I mean like we both have. Yeah, my ex husband is like a break. Yeah, it's my ex husband. Anyway, yeah, he still does it, and he now owns like he has like so many bitcoins, and I never understood again because I'm just like, is this like a video game? Is that like a real thing? I just don't even get it. Okay, because I don't understand it. I'm sure Tommy is eating his life away, not knowing what's happening too. Right?
Just eating some
Agreed,
ice cream. Evening
Mr.
time, Hope.
Mr.
it
Tommy.
has
You don't
it.
know what Bitcoin is either, right?
I do.
Okay, well, thanks a lot. I guess it's a dude thing. I mean, it is what it is. I don't
They've
get it.
discussed it. They've discussed it here. I've learned about it here. As so
You know
many
who knows,
things.
by the way? You know who knows
Bobby.
very well? Bobby, my beautiful sister, knows how to do that stuff.
Yeah, she's been on here talking about it. Yep. This
Hey,
is a
Dan,
very
do I need to
educational
spend
platform.
money right now to get it? Like how? Like if I wanted to, like maybe somehow invest something.
Danny.
See, I'm Bobby knew about Bitcoin before I knew about it. But
Mm.
once I found out about it, I figured it out. But the answer to your question is yeah, just do like what your husband did.
I don't know
I'm
what
not gonna get
my
technical
husband.
about anything. Just do exactly what he did.
Well, I can't do what exactly he did. I was married to him 8 years, six, or whatever, 7 years ago, and I'm not gonna ask him for Bitcoin, and
No,
that's
don't
why
ask him for anything. I'm just saying, just take 500 if you can get a hold of it, if you have the opportunity, or if you
if I
can
can
get a
get
hold of
hold
that
of a
money
$500.
somehow. If you can get a hold of $500 anyway, not everybody has $500 laying around because Americans live paycheck to paycheck. But
Right. Okay.
if you should ever get 500,
Yeah.
maybe you
Yeah.
have
Thank
much
you.
more than this, maybe you have less than this. I don't know, and I'm not judging you,
Oh
but
no
I
no
would
no
get
no
the
no.
500
Thank you. Thank you.
and
Try to relax. Okay, but start breathing a little bit now. Start to breathe. Okay. Can you do
I
me a
would just
favor,
go put
Dan?
it. I would just go buy Cardano or XRM, like any of those things that Bobby said, and just let it sit for a few years, and you'll be rich. You'll be rich just
Okay?
like
Okay.
what happened to
Just
your
like,
husband.
is it like through the internet? Like obviously you're not gonna go to like Macy's and get it like right like a makeup. It's not like that, right?
Oh, hold on one second.
Mr. Tommy, can you imagine a couple of freaking millennials
Danny,
be like,
that's a fresh haircut, man.
"Oh, he's looking pretty good, isn't he?"
That's a
Okay.
nice cut, Dan.
Thank-
Mr. Tommy, I love your
it's a little
haircut
bit
too.
messed up, but okay. Thank you for that. Um, yeah, I had a little accident with my hair. You know that guard,
It fell off.
well, the guard
Yeah,
fell off. I had a
mine
little
falls off every
accident, but
time.
yeah, but I'll make it look normal in a few days. Um, so oh, well, you asked me something else about. You were asking me something, Bob, Hope Love, not Bobby, Hope Love. You were asking me something.
No, no, wonderful. I'm really gonna try to do that for sure because I
Thanks,
think
spoiled princess with the heart. Appreciate that.
like Dan, honestly, like Bobby was saying, sometimes what do we have to lose, right? Like once in a blue moon, we like go out and we spend. I know for sure that I really have no idea of the meaning of money. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. I'm the youngest of my family, and I
No
suck
problem.
on everything. So things like that, as a mom who has a daughter, like it really is. It's nice to just learn things like that from like especially Bobby, she's a strong woman and she seems pretty, you know, like she
Yeah,
knows.
and I don't mean to bore anybody talking about this Bitcoin because a lot of people get bored just hearing the word. But just go. I'm just saying, go do it. Go spend $500, put it away, and wake up rich. That's all I'm saying. I'm really not saying
Oh
too
my
much more
God!
than that.
If I wake up rich, I'll take you and your wife for dinner. How about that?
Oh, thank you so much. But we're gonna want more than dinner. We're gonna want a
Oh
cruise.
shit. Okay, well guess. Oh no no no! I can't do that. Okay, how about I take Mr. Tommy and you for a boat ride since he loves the beach.
That'd be nice.
I can't swim though. I'm like seriously, I don't know what it is, you guys. Like I sink, even though I'm 105 pounds. Like I really sink. Boom on the ground,
Wow.
like
You
literally. Okay? It's because my bones are heavy somehow in a different way. I think I'm not sure exactly.
okay.
Okay, Dan, what are you gonna play before I embarrass myself by being a big old kid and people figure out that I'm just the
Oh
biggest
man,
child in the universe?
that's a good question. I'm gonna play. How about let me just play what comes to
Oh,
mind.
okay, hold on. Before you
Come
start,
play what
to
comes to mind.
Tommy, for the dating thing, if someone picks somebody and they don't like the person, can they say it on live? Oh hell no.
Well, I think that would kind of be disrespectful, and it's
No,
a positive channel.
it was a
We
joke.
try to, yeah, yeah, yeah. No, even during our last game, the vibe was and the energies was just,
On no,
it was
they
just chill. Everybody's just glad to, spend some time and do something normal for a change, and do something fun.
like you
You
don't
know,
actually understand what you're doing for people. Like seriously, like those kind of stuff. Because of after the like COVID and stuff, like there's a lot of people who are having a hard time like connecting in like the outside kind of thing, and you
yeah,
really are providing something really awesome where especially women, that like and men also, like I think men don't they don't share, but it happens. So I have no idea how like big this could be. Like if you really, and I'm not kidding you right now, like I'm actually like what, I'm a millennial and I still have zero idea of how to like I mean, what are you supposed to go? Like, just walk up to somebody and say, "Hola, amiga," give me your number before I freaking take your groceries from you or something like at the store. Like, what do you say? It's so weird, right?
That's cool.
Now, like you're
That's cool. Well, that's what it's all about. It's all about, it starts with engagement, and that's what we're all doing here. Look at yourself. At one time you said you were a very conservative and shy person and really didn't talk that much. And
no, no,
although
no.
you're hiding behind a piece of oak,
Right
what is
now,
that anyway we're looking at?
even though I can
A
really like,
frame? Picture frame?
it is here, it is that. But also, even though I can like look at you guys, the reason
Yeah.
is because um like I feel comfortable if I'm not looking, just because like I mean I told you right, like I suffer from severe anxiety. I have a social anxiety, right?
Yes.
And like your place honestly just made me feel more comfortable with myself, and I'm
Yes.
very thankful for you. And just
It
like
was that it was
you
that
wouldn't
initial
know that though, would
it
you?
was that initial comment that drew me in and said, that's a really nice thing to say. It really made it worthwhile to be on this platform. There are certain things and certain comments that permeate this platform that I might not catch during the chat or live. I might catch them 4 a.m. when I'm just up using the restroom or, you know,
Yeah,
on my way to work. And it's just like it reaffirms
while you're doing
my
what you're
place
doing.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
Honestly, I know like you really are like I can tell that you do have your own life. You have your own job. You're doing this based on you enjoy seeing
No, no, you can't. You don't.
things.
You can't tell that because or
No,
else
no,
you would have
no,
said,
no. I'm saying
no,
you
no,
can
you can't.
tell
You
that
can't tell
by
that because you wouldn't have said you wouldn't have said that oh the dating game, is it gonna happen? No, the dating game is gonna happen and it's
oh
gonna
no, no,
happen
no, no.
Thursday.
Okay, okay. Listen, dating game Thursday. Guess what? We're
What?
gonna
Tell
kick
me.
some ass. I want to make sure that now that I have your like your email, I'm gonna be like, okay, mister, we're waiting for you. Okay. And it's going to be nice and everybody's going to be respectful because in this platform, I don't know if you noticed, every message I sent is like positive because positivity is the only thing we have. Next second, I'm not sure if my breath is going to come. Okay. Only God knows. So the moment I have right now, I want to be kind to you. I want to be kind to anybody who's listening to me because love is all we got. When you're
That's
6 feet under, what do you have left except, you know, what you have
Yes,
done?
live life like every minute's your last.
All
Every
right,
minute is
Dan,
our
what are you going
last
to
minute,
play?
and we shouldn't be. Not that we want it to end in a minute. We want to live as long as possible, but we got to treat it like it's precious. Because time is ticking and the life is running out. We got to do everything we could do.
Hey, I
What's
want to ask both of you guys a
Yeah.
question. Would you rather know when you're going to die or not know if you had the opportunity?
I wouldn't want to know. I'll be right back.
Wait,
Let me just get my.
say
I'm
that
not
again.
running. I'm just going to get my cord
Wait,
for
say,
my laptop.
okay, Tommy. Say that again, please.
If you had the opportunity, like if you could get the opportunity to know when you're gonna die, or you can just like somehow not know, like if God, if we had the choice right now, would you want to know when you're gonna die?
No, I don't want to know that. Actually, people can command their own life. They
Okay,
they
all right. Well, we're
they
not
have
gonna get into
power
that.
over their own destiny. People have power over their destiny. So we can be told that something's going to happen, but we
No, no,
have
no,
the
no, no.
power
I'm not
to
saying.
change it.
Okay, I'm not talking about like we already know if you're a believer, if you believe in God, that I know
Yeah.
100,000% that when I was born, the day I was gonna die, the day I was gonna have my child, everything is already my book. It was already written down and it's in a freaking library, already sealed, done. Okay, there's nothing I can change, no matter how much kale or freaking broccoli I eat. It makes no sense. I know that part, but I'm saying if we had the choice, okay, would you ever have would you ever
If we had
choose
the
to say
choice
like
between
yes,
what knowing when we're going to die and what's the other
I
thing,
wouldn't
not
take it.
knowing.
Like I just have a panic attack. I definitely would be like, if I knew, I would start panicking 5 years ahead of time. Okay, I'd
Right.
basically be like, oh no, no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I gave you my answer. Let me turn this reverb off. The
Okay.
answer. Hold on. I'm so sorry. The reverb is driving me crazy. No,
I'm just trying to.
I'm gonna tell you the answer. I got the answer for that.
Oh,
The
really?
answer is we make our own destiny. There's no need to have anxiety, no need to have panic attacks, no need to
Okay.
worry about what's going to happen in the
Okay.
next minute, the next year, month, the next year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years.
Oh,
We just do our best to make our own destiny, and whatever
huh.
happens, happens.
Okay. So you think that no matter, like, you are gonna create your own destiny of when you're dying, forget about God's plans and whenever you were born. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
Guess
saying
what,
that, but we
Dan?
don't have
Dan.
power over God. We don't have power over God. Whatever God,
Guess
when
guess
God says
what,
we
Dan?
gotta
You're
go, we
you're
gotta go.
actually over talking yourself, my dear friend, because you're saying uh God has his own plan, but then what you're saying is that we make our own destiny, honey bunny. It doesn't work that way. So you have to choose one. You either say we already have our destiny written down already, or
Right, right, right.
or
I
you
hear you.
can make your own
It's going
destiny. Which
against my
one
own
is it?
self. I hear what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
Um, you can't go against God, but there are
But
some stories. There are some
okay.
stories
See,
in
there's no but in between
there
though.
are
See,
no. There's actually a. I got a but, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. But I know a story in the Bible where the angel of death came after somebody,
okay.
and that somebody changed his destiny. He fought it. He fought it and fought it. He lived longer than he was supposed to live, but in the end, the angel of death got him a little bit early. But he did change his destiny. He lived longer. He did. So that's just one example. It's about a famous, famous. I don't know. He's so famous that I can't even remember his name. But all I know is that he did everything to fight it, and the
Okay.
only way that he was able to fight it is had to study. He had to study
I
everything
get it,
about
Danny.
God.
I
That's his
understand.
way of fighting it. And then he left the temple. Just he left the synagogue for because he heard something. He heard like a chair being pushed. And when he went to
Okay.
go see what that was, that's when the angel of death killed him.
Okay. All right. No, no. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 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 Danny. I really, you're awesome. Thank you. But yeah,
She didn't like that
that
answer, but
was
that's okay.
that was dope. You know what? Yeah. I'd love to hear your music, but I'm gonna tell you this, Dan.
Yeah.
I call that a bullshit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hey, Dan. I don't know what, but you're really like I really enjoy even joking with you. But seriously though,
Yeah.
you're gonna
Don't
have to
talk
figure
about that.
out when you say "but" on God's thing, because
Hmm.
you have to like stick with one rule, honey. I mean, it
Oh,
works in.
my rule is whatever God says happens, it's gonna happen. But if he
Guess
sends
what?
someone
Guess what?
else
Then
to
leave it
do
at
the
that. No, no,
job,
no, 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 no.
if he
That's when
sends
you
the
stop
devil,
talking.
the angel of death, I mean, to go do the job, then maybe God didn't have a date. You know, maybe it's
God
in
didn't
someone
have a
else's
date.
department.
You are really gonna be fucked today. No, don't say things
You
like
know, he
that.
Hey, hey, hey,
delegates
hey, the language.
like Tommy
Oh,
tells me to
oh,
do things. He
Tommy Tom.
delegates his power.
Sorry, honey.
Tommy may tell me to call one of the guests and make sure that the guest shows up. So it's not in Tommy's hands anymore. I mean,
You're
Tommy's
right.
overseeing it, but what if I screw it up? It's
But
not
that's
Tommy's
because of
fault.
God, though. Your book was already written down.
Right,
Hey,
right.
thanks, T. Bert.
Well,
Hey,
I what I really mean is God. I mean literally what I
I
mean
don't
is God
even
wants
know
to
any
keep us
religion, to
in.
be honest with you. That's why, like, I'm just even saying these things just because you know what? I'm trying to learn from y'all. Y'all seem to
I'm
be
telling
like,
you that God delegates that. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
okay, well, guess what?
What's up?
How about we take the butt with the God thing?
All
You
right.
just
So
leave it
let's
at
play
that.
something.
And you know what you're good at that God made you do?
Let me take a guess. Is it sax oriented?
It's how good that you can play and you can move someone's heart. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay.
How about you move me and let Mr. Tommy start chowing down with his
Yeah.
food,
Let him do his
and we could
thing.
dance together. Tommy, start dancing, please. Okay. Okay. Here we go.
Nice, Danny.
Danny,
Bravo, bravo,
Danny,
bravo.
may God bless you, sir.
Amen. Thank you so much.
No, seriously, I don't know how you're. Danny, if I ever get married, can I tell you something?
Yeah, I'll play your wedding.
I swear to God, you're gonna play at my wedding. I swear on my life. I'm not kidding you.
I swear to God,
Like, I
as long as
swear
you
I
pay
would
my way to get
come
to
to
your
you.
wedding, I will play it.
You promise?
Yep.
Oh no!
But you're down in.
You're gonna make me cry
You're
right now.
down. Where's she located again? She told us. I forgot.
Okay, hold
What's
on.
your state again?
Play
What
any?
state?
What state?
Yeah, what state are you in again?
Minnesota.
Oh yeah, Minnesota. Okay.
What do you think of
Okay.
Minnesota?
All I know about Minnesota is it's like one state, maybe south. No, maybe it's a state or two southeast of Chicago. Chicago, a toddling town. She won't know what song that is. Yeah, that's an old song.
And you know what I was thinking? Remember how you played that Maria song the other day?
Yes.
Uh, and I was really like, what the hell? Because that's one of my songs that I listen to all the time.
All right. All right.
I mean, in my head, I think I might be Mexican. I'm not sure. I'm just
You
kidding.
might be Maria. What?
No, I love the song. It's a great song.
Oh, maybe you are Maria.
I am what?
Maybe you symbolize Maria.
Oh no! Well, is the story good? Because I really love the beat. I don't think I've listened to the whole meaning of it.
Well, Maria sounds. The story sounds like it's about an innocent Latina girl that has it hard, but something nice about the girl. I don't know what it is. Like something that's soulful about her that the musician and the writer think. I don't know.
Do you like just play this, or do you sing as well?
I sing as well. I sing as much as I play sax. Believe it or
I
not.
really feel like when I watch those old like jazz movies and things like that, you bring me into like a life that's different. Like when I listen, like when I hear you, it's just like, what? This is not real.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
how
Yeah. I
insane I
think.
feel. Like I mean, I'm thankful for you, seriously.
Thank you so much. I really admire the 40s. It was a dangerous time, but also a happy time.
Yeah, you know
Dangerous,
what?
sad, and happy all mixed into one. A lot of action.
I wish I was born those time, except I wouldn't want to be black though, for sure.
Yeah, I almost wish I was born at that time, but I probably wouldn't want to be Jewish, wouldn't want to be black, wouldn't want to, it would just be kind of dangerous. Maybe I want to be who I am. I don't know. It'd be taking a chance no matter what.
I mean, I love like how man and woman and everything was. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I barely know how to put the dishes right. So there's no way I would make a slave. There's like I would suck so bad. They would fire me right away. And I don't think you can get fired as a slave. I'm not sure how that works exactly. Or like they call you manager. I don't know how it works, but for sure I would be fired.
Now, if we were slaves,
Oh my god. Such
if we were all slaves and we did a bad job, they would get the hiring manager after us.
Tommy, you'll be fired too for sleeping, so forget it. Can you imagine Mr. Tommy being a slave?
Well, you see my great escapes from the channel. I probably have to hit a great escape.
What
No,
is that?
Tommy would take
You're
the
like, where'd he
Underground
go?
Railroad. Tommy
Really?
would get a jet ski and make his own Underground Railroad.
Is he really gonna do that?
Yeah, if Tommy was a slave, he would escape via water or jet ski.
Oh boy.
Oh wow. And I would be like, Mr. Tommy, please let's go ahead and dip out. Okay, we're out.
Oh well,
You
Well,
guys,
like to
you
participate.
guys, seriously. I'm sorry. Hold on. Oh.
So tell us what you do in
Why can't I
Michigan. What
freaking
is life like in
this way? All right,
Michigan?
hold on a second.
You want to give us some insight before Tommy closes his channel because I know he has to go. Tell us what it's like.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You want to give us some insight into what it's like for a millennial living in Michigan. What is the nightlife like?
Michigan. What the hell? What do you mean Michigan? Ah, you mean Minnesota?
Minnesota. I'm sorry. I did say Michigan. I mean Minnesota. What is the nightlife like? What are the things to do there? And what attracted you to live there? Were you just born there and you just stayed there because you're used to it? Or is there something that's attractive about being in Minnesota?
Um, I don't know. I was born. What do you mean? I'm from here. Is that you live in New York, right?
Yeah, I live in New Jersey. I'm saying what do you like about
Oh,
what do you like about
uh,
Minnesota is what I'm
winter.
really trying to ask.
Apple
I
Crescent, have a
love
great night.
winter.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for all that you do, Apple Crescent. Appreciate you. We're
I
getting
love
ready to
winter. I love.
exit stage left in the moment as well.
I
Very
just.
interesting.
I don't know. It's home. I don't know how to explain it. Is that weird?
Okay. Okay, so you're used to
It's
Minnesota.
it's
You
just it's
live
just
there.
home. That's all it is.
You're from there.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I don't have my glasses, so if I'm doing this, you know what's happening, right? I'm trying to see, like,
Oh,
can they
okay,
see
okay.
me?
Okay, okay.
All right, start singing, and
We
I'm gonna
wish you
give
a
you a
fast
drink, huh?
recovery. We're wishing you a fast recovery with your scene.
Where's Sparkle?
Oh yeah, Sparkle. Sparkle's probably 10 sheets in the wind. I'm gonna be about 2 sheets in the wind because I've got to get up and do my run in the morning. Everybody. Um,
Oh, okay.
Always nice to come on here. Thank you so much for coming on. Hope, love. Appreciate you all the
Thank you,
time.
thank
Thank
you
you
so
for all
much.
your kind words. Danny
Oh,
Rock,
Yeah, thank you for all your kind words.
you already know, Danny. Appreciate you, man. Love you, pal.
Love you back a
absolutely.
million
Thank you
times.
so much for
Thank
having
you.
us. And tonight was a really good night because I love the positivity and what Raven had brought to a light because I cannot imagine a young woman actually sharing that kind of information. And you could tell, like, in her voice how sad and devastated she was with what she was talking about. It brought me, like, down. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I was like, oh man, it's sad. And it's something that is really real that we go through, you as being Jewish, like me being and him black and her being transgender, which, by the way, I didn't even know what the hell cis person was. I guess am I cis? I'm cis, right?
Yeah, it's a new word I learned.
Yeah, I think, like, if you, yeah, I still don't know yet, but I'll learn. I definitely would Google things and want to be educated,
I
So,
like to learn it, but I'm not necessarily going to use it. I use my
but
own
anyway,
language, but I'll learn it though.
do you have a Instagram or like things that people can listen to your music at?
Yeah, please visit my Facebook and YouTube, Danny Rock, or DJ Danny Rock on Instagram, and
Danny, what?
Instagram DJ Danny Rock, and YouTube it would be Saxman Dan. Instagram it would be DJ Danny Rock. Facebook it would be Danny Rock.
Okay, cool. Mine,
Yeah.
if you see like Nadia Lima Love,
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna accept the friend
yeah,
request.
that's
Thank you for
actually
that.
my Facebook and my Instagram, both of them. It's
Thank
the
you so
same.
much. All
So,
right.
uh, Danny
Yeah, please
Love, right? You
subscribe.
said Danny
Hit the
Love?
subscribe button. Oh, Danny Love? No, it'll say Hope Love, right?
No, no.
Mazzy Love. What'd you just say?
Nadia Love is my last name. So Nadia is my
Okay.
first name. But
I'll
Hope
look for the
is
last name Love. Okay.
Love is actually my real last name. So
Yeah, I went to school with somebody. He also had the same last name as you. His last name was Love. Love. It is a real last name.
well,
Yep.
and yeah, I'll definitely email you so I can figure out more about you. I'll just email you. But you can check me out on Instagram or Facebook. But also I'll watch you since the night is over. I'll listen to your beautiful stuff on there.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Once again, that's
Thank you.
Instagram, DJ Danny Rock, and that's Facebook Danny Rock, and YouTube is Saxman Dan. I really appreciate
Sax
that.
Danny.
Sax Man Dan, 3 words. Sax, or you can combine all 3 words and make it one word.
Hope
Sax Man Dan.
I have information on dating game. Did you get the last email that I had sent you?
No.
I did. Oh, Hope, are
Oh
you
no,
going to
I
be on the
have not
dating
looked at
game?
it. Did you just send it today? Earlier?
Um, yeah. I,
You're not hosting it though, are you, Tom?
yeah, yeah. I'm hosting it.
Oh, what about
Dan,
your the other buddy? Is he going to be hosting it as well?
my cousin. No, he's not going to be hosting this one. He's been working on some projects that he has going on, and he's been working. He's been at work.
So like you basically have tomorrow because Thursday we you have to make sure like bam 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 to the 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 people who are looking for the date to the dater,
So it's one day. Yeah, but it's on Thursday.
Yeah, that's a lot. Oh man,
What do you
I
mean? It's
can't
a
wait.
lot.
I'm so excited for it. Like I think it's gonna be really really awesome.
It's gonna be
I can't.
nice.
No, I'm gonna
It's
post
it's
that. Like
it's. You know what? To be honest with you, it's effortless. It's
it's
just
so
people vibing.
amazing too.
It's just
Yeah,
people vibing. This look. We had an engagement for over 3 hours. It was effortless.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It depends on who the contributors are. If you have good contributors to a conversation, it's gonna flow.
Exactly. And if
You
you are
know.
smart and you understand that we need to respect one another, and at the end of the day, not everybody is for everyone. You know what I'm saying? As long as we can understand and they just say, hey, you know what? I tried and it's not for me. And you know what? We're just going to be respectful and we're going to just say, it was nice meeting you. I
Yeah, it's
love
like a
that.
baseball
And it's
game.
beautiful. I think people are
Yeah.
being more nicer these days than they ever used
Absolutely.
to be.
I don't know about the other sports, but I grew up playing baseball. But the thing I remember most about playing baseball is at the end of the game, no matter if you won or you lost, everybody shook hands. And that's what this dating game is like. Similar. We're going to be good sports. Everyone's going to be good sportsmen, sports women, sportsmen, whatever. And
Well, if
they're
I
going to say
lost,
they're going
I
to say
definitely
nice
would not
game.
be
It was
shaking
pleasure
hands.
meeting you. What's that?
If I lost, I'm a big baby, okay? I'd be crying. I'd be like, no, I don't like you. You know what? Not today. We'll talk tomorrow. Right now, I'm not feeling it. Seriously, I'm not happy. Bye.
No, you got to just be
That's because I'm
gracious,
a girl,
like
okay? It
like
is what
we
it is.
were
It's fine.
when we played
I'll
baseball.
come back the next day and I'll be like, okay, I'm okay now. Okay, we can talk today.
All right, Joe.
All right.
So,
All right, Danny Rock. I'll send you a message on Facebook.
Thank you. We'll do. We'll add
You
you.
are awesome. And
uh,
Tommy, I'll check your email and you gonna kick some ass and I'll be there to support you. Okay?
oh, appreciate it.
Definitely.
Thanks.
Looking
All right.
forward to the
Appreciate
dating
that.
game.
Much love to everybody. Raven, if you're listening, guess what, girl? You're dope. Thank you so much for sharing with us. And Sparkle, bring that dress and that wine back because I like seeing you shake that booty. Bye, girly.
All right. All right, everybody. We're on our way out. You all have a nice night, and thanks for watching the show,
Y'all
everybody.
have a great
Bye,
night.
y'all.